Okay. Fuck this pussy, fuck this pussy, fuck this pussy, come fuck this pussy. Okay. Hold on, I need to get to Infinity and then we're off to go, babes, okay? How long is this game? Oh my gosh, like, it's been day 3. Like, 14 days sounds incredibly long. But you know what? Well, there's a reason why the Centipedes had, there's a reason why the Centipedes have millions of legs, you know? Well, the Centipedes are back at it again in 14 days of you. I hope everyone enjoys that. You know what? I'm going to plan to like play this game for until I freaking finish it. I might be like having droopy eyes and still struggling to read, but I'm really determined the Centipedes to finish the finish line, okay? Because there's a reason why they have legs. They're supposed to go fast, okay? Hello. Good evening. No, you need rest. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Excuse me. Whew. The Centipedes, we're back at it with Fran, and we're back with Centipede, okay? To the C, to the E, to the N, to the T, to the I, to the P, E, E, N, A. Centipede is back. Hi, Kira. Wow, we're definitely not sleeping tonight with this one, okay? I promise after I'm done, I'll literally play anything else, okay? Maybe I need a big break with what's called? I need a big break to visual novels because it seems like that's all I've been playing. Oh, there's Ren. Okay, so the last time that I played this game, we ended up kissing him. So are we ready to load, girls? Okay, let's load. Oh my gosh, look. The sound of music. Okay. The unusual sound of city life and traffic pull me away from my slumber and awake to the sight of an unfamiliar ceiling. I love the ambience. This wasn't my bedroom and this certainly wasn't my bed. Well, girl, you did say we're in a different scene right now, girl. We slept at Ren's place. Centipede, I always say that I have weak memory, but Centipede, you're a very forgetful person. Last I checked, my duvets were a patterned purple, a housewarming gift from Violet when I first moved into my apartment, not this dark shade of black. Are we having memory loss? Hi Sasa, good evening. Confused, I rubbed the sleep from my eyes in order to fully take in the rest of the room. And just like that, memories from yesterday come flooding back. What happened, Centipede? You didn't drink last night. Like, Centipede, you're not a drinker. Oh, right. Ren offered to let me stay the night due to the freak storm that swept over Corland Bay. It was sweet of him to do, and it had me wondering where he was right now. Can I enjoy? Yeah, sure. Hold on. Also, long and behold, another homemade mocha that would spend my entire night with the toilet. Was he still fast asleep? Or perhaps he was already awake? Okay, let's see Ren. I want to see his waist. His waist drives me crazy. Deciding there's no time like the present to find out, I stretch out the knots in my body, wake myself up fully, and jump out of bed. Oh girl, we're energetic. Centipede is energetic in the morning. As soon as I walk out into the hallway, the mouth-watering scent of something sweet and sugary greets me, and it almost has my feet floating towards the kitchen. Curiosity, or perhaps hunger, takes over my body, and before I know it, I find myself navigating through the maze of Ren's stupidly large apartment. He's technically stealing because your guy has money, you know. Wait, did I switch scenes? Imagine I'm just like reading and like I didn't switch scenes because I'm looking at preview right now and it's like, did I mean, we still haven't seen Ren yet, so like doesn't matter. Okay, I did. Okay, that was scary. Also, is the chat working? Let me see. Great, it's so laggy. Okay, it's working. I thought I was broken for a second. Going back. Speaking of the devil, it's bright. Ooh, there he is. Oh, I told you his waist gets me every time. Ren stands in his kitchen, hunched over the stove with a spatula in one hand, and what looks to be a recipe pulled up on his phone in the other. He doesn't seem to notice my presence yet, so I take the opportunity to study him a little bit more. And although I could only see most of his backside and side profile, we can see his face. But you know what? Let's pretend. It's fun to pretend. I could easily make out the concentrated look on his face as his gaze flits back and forth between his phone and the pan. He's determined. I love it. But just when I think he's about to turn around, Ren lets out a surprised noise and immediately lifts a pan from the stove. Fuck! Oh my god. Hearing Ren swear so casually was still something I had to get used to, but that wasn't what made me speechless right now. Sniffing the air, the smell of something burning invades my nostrils and has me retreating back into the living space of back into the living space for some fresh air. Oh, did he burn our food? Wow, did Ren really manage to burn a pancake? Or maybe he just wasn't that confident in cooking. Listen, okay, as someone who loves pancakes and who made pancakes, surprisingly, it is not easy. Okay, surprisingly. I mean, that kind of depends because, you know, my pancakes, they turn out really great. I think it's your stove, babes. It's too expensive. The cheap products couldn't handle it. Regardless, seeing him put so much effort into something so trivial did manage to pull at my heartstrings. Deciding I've had my fill of watching Ren, I finally make myself known. Oh my god. Hug him from behind. Oh my god. If we try to scare him, he's gonna hate us. Hold on, let me say. You know, let's call his name. I don't want to hug him from behind. This seems so awkward. Hi Bob, thank you for the follow. Stepping a bit closer, I wait until Ren turns around to scrape the burnt remnants of pancake into the bin before calling out to him. Ren? Centipede? How long have you been awake? Despite his flustered outbursts, Ren doesn't seem to move away from the stove. I have a joke. Okay, I also have a joke, and it better be better than my joke. Go on, queen. Good morning, Centipede. I was going to surprise you with sorry. I was going to surprise you with breakfast in bed. Sorry, did I take too long? Anong kape ang laging late? Ano? Ano yan? Wait lang, ang lag. Eddie latte. Ay, galing! A little bit of Monica in my life. Okay, ito naman sa akin. Okay. Paano mo ipagkakaiba ang babaeng manok sa lalaking manok? Ay, nag-leave siya. Sige, wag na. Wag na, te. Ay, paano? Yung lalaking manok kasi, yung tunog nilalabas, yung tek talako. Tapos yung babaeng manok naman, pek, 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 pek. A little bit of Monica in my life. Galing sa kaibigan ko, credit sa kanya. Di na umalis sa isip ko yun. Okay. Balik tayo kay sa baby girl natin. Okay. I was going to surprise you. Okay, it's not gonna to. It was like I flicked an invisible switch because all of a sudden Ren was back to the usual timid personality that I'd grown to know. Oh, you don't. Wait lang. Oh, you don't have to go through all that trouble for me. It's like we can cook, Centipede. Centipede, you have no culinary skills. It's fine. I wanted to. Really, here. Offering us a burnt pancake. Without giving a second to spare, Ren conjures up a plate full of thick, fluffy pancakes from somewhere behind him, alongside a few toppings as well. So it's perfectly made, or it's like charcoal that I can make barbecue with it, you know? I didn't manage to burn these ones at least. Eat as much as you like. I'll have this one. He gestured to the burnt pancakes still stuck to the frying pan. No amount of washing and scrubbing would restore the pan to its former glory. Hi Lynch, good evening. Giving Ren a pitiful look, I deposited a few fluffy pancakes onto my own plate before offering the rest to him as well. Ren, you've made enough to feed and not... Okay, sorry. I shouldn't suppose to... My gosh, I'm a little acidic, guys. I'm a little acidic. Excuse me. Take two. Okay. Ren, you've made enough to feed an army. Why don't we share? It's okay. I made them all for you, except exactly how you like them. Extra syrup? Is there extra syrup? Okay. Oh, and how do you know how I like my pancakes? Yeah, how do you know how I like my pancakes? Because I don't even know how I like my pancakes as well. Deciding to tease him a little, I throw the light-hearted accusation into the air and hope that he'll catch it. I don't. I suppose I'm totally not stalking you, but you know, it's yeah. You know, don't people normally enjoy pancakes this way? I thought maybe. Well, I don't know how you cooked it because I also don't know how I like my pancakes. And there he goes again, getting flustered beyond belief while his cheeks flush a deep shade of red. It really was adorable. Relax, I'm only teasing you. Totally, because these pancakes are delicious, by the way. I wish I could have a piece because that would determine how I like my pancakes. Oh, you were just joking. Yeah, I almost got caught, bitch. His mood immediately seems to perk up once he hears my compliment. You like them? Really? You're not lying? Then, what if we type in a prompt, I don't like it. I'm joking. Then I'll make them for you again sometime. Only if you want, that is. It's no problem at all. And then the only pancakes is going to cook is just one piece of pancake because the rest are burnt. Oh my gosh, sorry, there's... Who the fuck? Okay, sorry, that was a motorcycle. Okay, then I'll make them for you again sometime. Only if you want, that is. It's no problem at all. I really don't mind. How about you just focus on eating first? Aren't you hungry? Oh, okay. He snacked on a few pancakes while cooking them. That's kind of me. Sorry. I snacked on a few pancakes while cooking them. Don't worry about me. You just eat. Do you want some different toppings? I'm sure I've got more strawberries in the fridge. Okay. Not to be the kind of person. I feel like actually, I feel like the only people I would offend are rich people. Because I don't really like fruit on my pancake. I'm like good with my butter and syrup. Because like, okay, hear me out. Okay, I don't know. I don't know how people like fruit and pancakes. I tried them. I'm like, if only I could only understand this if I have a Chanel purse in the back of my car, you know. Something inside me told me that Ren was lying about eating already, but I didn't feel like calling him out on it. Oh, thank you for the follow, Kira Pastel. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Okay. I'm good for now, but thank you, really. Oh shit, did we read that or what? Okay. Seemingly satisfied with my response or lack thereof, Ren lets out a please hum and instead moves away to busy himself with washing the dishes. My gaze follows him, and I absent-mindedly catch a glimpse at the cook of on the clock. Sorry. Take two. And I absent-mindedly catch a glimpse at the clock on one of the shelves. 8 o'clock on the dot. Wait a second. 8 o'clock? I was going to be late for work. I mean, girl, isn't it Saturday or like what day is it today? As of picking up on my panic behavior, Ren halts his movements and sends me a curious glance. Sorry, not glance. Don't get mixed up. Crap, I'm going to be late for work again. If I don't leave now, I still need... What? Again. Sorry. It might sound stupid, but is that your brother? Almost same color. No. No, I was like, oh, he also has pink hair when I first played this game. Okay, wait, hold on. Take two. I didn't do a good job. Okay. Crap, I'm going to be late for work again if I don't leave now. I still need to walk home and get changed and... Hey, it's okay, Centipede. Calm down. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. And Ray, thank you for the follow as well. Look, your clothes from yesterday are wash and dry. Why don't you change into them? And when you're already... And when you're ready, I can drop you off at work? Ren... There I go again, relying on this enigma of a... Sorry. There I go again, relying on this enigma of a man and taking up too much of his hospitality. Or you want to keep it up? No, like I am struggling so bad. I'm so sorry if it sounds wrong. I'm really trying my best right now. I sound like... Yeah, 14 days. I feel like this is... Is this really 14 days? Because this is just a demo. It feels long. I've been streaming this for like the past days because of how long this game is. Or it's just me because I keep getting sidetracked to my, you know. Okay, going back. I was already overstaying my welcome by using his chair and sleeping in his spare bed, but now here I was eating his food and being exactly 5 minutes away from getting a lift in his car. Once. He really should be the one being called Angel instead of me. Oh my god. I agree. Thank you so much. I owe you my entire life. Thank you for follow, honey. And I thought I was dramatic. Ah! Okay, clocking RT. Ren is clocking RT right now. He is... Okay, people are shady in here. Okay, since the beginning, people are way too shady, okay? First, we shaded our neighbor Violet, and then we shaded like our friends. We shaded like Teo and stuff. Like everyone is really shady in this game. Okay, I see how this is. Another date if you... excuse me. Another date with you will do just fine. Okay. Love the sound effects. His soft smile is the last thing I see before I head back into the guest room to change, but before I can make it 3 feet away, Ren's voice calls out one... Again, sorry. Take two. His soft smile is the last thing I see before I head back into the guest room. Same thing, to change. But before I can make it 3 feet away, Ren's voice calls out to me once more. He moans, oh my... Kira, you do not need a therapist. You need a psychiatrist that will send you to an asylum. It's okay, I'm joking, sorry. Oh, but I should warn you, I don't exactly drive a car. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Turns out Ren didn't actually own a car like I expected. He owned a damn sports motorcycle. Oh my god. A black, sleek, and scary. But what surprised me the most were the faded "Always with you" sticker decals that adorn the tank. Okay, he's a bad boy. Okay, I see how this is. Okay. So Ren was a fan of that web comic as well. I always assumed the community was rather small. There wasn't much about the webcomic online, so it was nice to know someone else enjoyed it as much as I did. But just as I was about to bring the topic up, my vision goes dark as Ren places a helmet over my head with a smile. Can we see? Like, I want to see the view. I want to see the view. He fastens and adjusts the straps before motioning towards the back of his bike with an expectant look. Admittedly, I was a bit hesitant to hop on that thing, but Ren assured me that he'd tell me what to do and keep me safe the entire time. Ooh, daunting. Couldn't even begin to describe how I feel when the engine turned on. And I was certain Ren had scratch marks with how tightly I was clinging to him, but I somehow came out of it unscathed. Okay. Hello Luna, thank you for the follow. I even managed to bag myself a nice warm hoodie that smelled like Ren. Oh my gosh, girl. Even if its only purpose was to protect me from the wind and flying debris. And when we parted in front of the library with a friendly goodbye, Ren waited until I was inside the building before taking off. But I barely make it 3 feet inside before a mess of blonde hair enters our field of view and almost knocks me over. Oh my gosh! She's alive! Oh my gosh! Eleanor is alive. Oh my gosh, in the past 2 days, I thought she was dead, and like, I don't know, I thought she was... Oh my gosh, because she disappeared out of nowhere. I was like, oh my gosh, she's still alive? Did, like, hello, she went missing, and like, oh my gosh. Eleanor, oh my gosh, my girl. She's alive. Oh my gosh, like, where have you been? Okay. Oh, Centipede, there you are. Quick, I need your help. How high can you go with your voice? I don't know, but one thing about my voice is that I could do a Jennifer Coolidge impression. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay. Oh my god, you look like the 4th of July. It makes me want to make... It makes me want to eat a hot dog real bad. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Eleanor's anxious demeanor catches me off guard, and I immediately do a sweep of the library for anything out of place, sorry. But I'm hardly given any time to take in my surroundings before Eleanor reaches for my arm and all but drags me behind the reception counter and towards a mountain of paperwork. Stacks upon stacks of books, files, newspapers, and manila folders cover the entire expanse of her desk. And for the briefest moment, it almost resembled a messy archive repository rather than her workstation. What's all this? This was supposed to be sorted out yesterday. I swear I did it already. In fact, I know I did. I remember leaving in Conan's office before I left work yesterday, so you can imagine my surprise when I saw it back on my desk this morning. Eleanor seems genuinely concerned, especially with how she's fleeting about and pacing back and forth in front of me. It was almost like she'd seen a ghost, and if I didn't know any better, I honestly would have believed it. Please help me. If Conan finds out I somehow messed up again, I don't know what will happen. Hey, don't worry, Al. I'll help. Al, like, you know, Stranger Things? You should do a collab with someone with a deep voice. Who? That's a question. Who does? Sorry, excuse me. Okay. And I doubt Conan will get mad. You know how he is. I suppose you're right. Her shoulders seem to visibly relax at my words, and she slumps into her chair with a heavy sigh. Thank you so much, Centipede. Do you think you can manage the stack of books? I'll handle all the files. Without missing a beat, lest our boss magically appears somewhere behind us, we immediately go to work. Oh my god, someone's in here. Aaron via... Oh, is that another streamer or what? Excuse me. Okay. Eleanor is alive. Thank you. I thought she died. Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Vibe Check. Thank you for the follow. Time flies by quick, and when I have a chat... Okay, time flies by quickly when I have my chatty co-worker to keep me company. She fills me in how the freak storm caught everyone off guard and how some of the patrons shared the same idea of seeking refuge within the library as well. Apparently, Eleanor was the only around to keep an eye on things, and from the sounds of it, she seemed to take on the leadership role like a pro. Still discussing her whereabouts had me thinking, that reminds me, where did you go the other day? Like literally, the other day? What do you mean? You remember Ren, the pink-haired guy? Is this the pink-haired dude game? Yes, it is a pink-haired dude game again. You know what? I'll try to finish it so the next live stream I wouldn't be playing this game. If you want, I can ask him. No. I'm really bad at communication and socializing. Okay. Is this a paid? No, it's not. I'm broke. I'm sorry. Oh, a lover boy. You know, lover girl like Leve. Yeah, him. After we had that conversation with friend, I never saw you afterwards. Oh, let me think. I watched she inclines her head to decide to think, and all too quickly, she snaps her fingers and gives me an affirmative nod. Sorry. Oh, that's right. Well, this is a bit embarrassing, but I ended up going home early. I must have accidentally bumped into something while cleaning the stockroom the other day, and before I knew it, one of the shelves came tumbling down on me. It wasn't until a little while later when Conan found me and pulled me out. You knocked over an entire shelf? Miss Creston. No, I was only teasing Eleanor since being a sheepish smile and bows her head to hide her reddening cheeks. But now that I think about it, the shelves in the stockroom had always seemed relatively stable to me. My coworker wasn't known for her strength, so it didn't make much sense to topple over that easily. Ren tried to kill her. Wait, I just know it. I just know that Ren tried to kill my girl Eleanor, okay? My white American Christian homophobic woman, my sister, okay? He tried to kill her. Okay. Can I call you good boy? I think I just discovered a new hobby, annoying VTuber. Okay, no. Why did I type my thoughts? Don't worry, my inside thoughts are way worse than yours. But thankfully, Eleanor elaborates more, almost as if she could hear the gears in my head working overtime. Well, I suppose it was a tad bit odd, I mean. Have you played a Kid at the Back game before? Yes, I did. I got all the endings. I don't all. I just only got the two endings. The Crow dying and then Crow going home that says to be continued. Same thing with the Soul ending, like yeah, to be continued as well. To be continued. Everything is to be continued. So can I? No. Unfortunately, no. I'm not the type of person. Okay. You can call good boy to anyone else, not me. Cause bitch, I'm the one who's going to do the whiplash. I played it because of a dare and got traumatized. Well, did you have the NSFW version? Because if you did, well, God bless your heart. I've worked in this library for more than 5... Oh my gosh, girl. She's dedicated. Okay. I've worked in this library for more than 5 years now, and not once have I heard so much as a creak from those shelves. It does seem strange, yeah. Well, I have no doubt Conan will be installing new storage shelves soon. Oh, speaking of, did you notice the new awnings outside the again, did you notice the new awnings outside the library? I suppose that sudden storm from yesterday had something to do with it. In fact, oh, maybe you heard it on the news already. I heard that all the rain... My conversation gets cut short as I watch Eleanor's attention drift behind me and towards a flashing red light above one of the shelves. Duty calls, I guess. Oh, wow. Like I said, bless your heart, sister. Oh, thank you for the follow. No, not follow. Sorry. Thank you for the heartbeat, Kira. Ah, okay. The phlegm is getting up to me now. Okay. As soon as she stands, I shoot her an appreciative smile, which she returns with an apologetic one of her own. I mean, menders or meters, her way towards the aisle. I don't know. I'm sorry, babes. I played this game too, and the jump scares got. Oh my, this jump scare in here. Okay, I have to prepare myself. Now left to my own devices, I go back to sorting through the books and putting them into separate piles. I managed to get a solid 10 minutes to myself before the sudden sense of unease creeps up on me. It felt as though someone was watching me. Excuse me. So I take a curious sweep across the vicinity to try and locate the source, but nothing seemed out of the ordinary. People were studying, others were quietly typing away at computers, and I could even spot the back of Eleanor's head from her spot near the fantasy fiction aisle. Nothing was out of place yet. The unnerving feeling of having eyes on the back of my head still lingered. In fact, now that I've thought about it, it was eerily similar to the feeling I got when I was walking home a few days ago. Violet's words about someone breaking into my apartment echo in my mind before it all suddenly dawns upon me. The supposed person watching me, could it somehow be linked? No, definitely not. Shaking my head, I try to dismiss those unsettling thoughts before they start to develop into something more sinister. There was no one watching me. After all, there was hardly anything impressive about me to warrant a stalker in the first place. Miss Girl, everyone is like falling in love with you, okay? Because like I said, the MC is the MC. A main character is a main character. If the bitch is a bitch, she's a bitch. I was as plain as they come, and if some asshole really did break into my house, they left empty-handed. That alone clearly proved that I don't own anything worth stealing, except maybe my limited edition Attack on Giant figures. But even then, I remember thoroughly expecting my entire apartment once I got home. Nothing was out of place, nor looked like it had been touched. Everything was as I left in that morning. Yet it still didn't explain why I was feeling this way. Fear and apprehension seemed to overwhelm my senses so much that my mind barely registered the sound of something rustling, and I looked down to see that I had been wearing the papers in my hands for the few minutes. Have I been stressing out that badly? Jeez, I really was letting all this paranoia get the best of me. Did you go home with him on day one? Yes, I did. I did go home with him on day one. I know it's a bad idea, but you know what? Screw it. What's about getting over? Hello, Michi-san. Good evening. Shaking my head once more, I decided it's best not to let those thoughts fester and grow into something far bigger than it should be. No one broke into my apartment. No one was watching me right now. I was making a mountain. Okay, sorry, not that. It's like kind of like a reassuring tone. Like, no one broke into my apartment and no one was watching me right now. I was making a mountain out of a molehill and nothing was going to scare me. Hello! Oh my god, a white woman. Oh. Instead of some creepy stalker dressed in all black, I was meant to have blonde hair and expensive looking clothing. Okay, she looks like a diva. Was this person I felt watching me? It was difficult to make out her words over the loud, rapid sounds of my heartbeat, so I tried to calm down before responding. Sorry, I didn't notice you come in. Welcome to Coraline Bay Library. Can I help you with anything? I hope I sounded professional enough, but I'm sure there was still a lingering sense of fear in my words and facial expression to match. But it starts to dissipate as I take in the woman's appearance. Her green eyes seems oddly familiar to me, but what gives it all away is how the woman slightly inclines her head to the side as she looks over me with concern. She looks like that Roblox avatar, you know, the blonde hair and then like the teal off shoulder. Yeah, she's a baddie from Roblox. It's like I don't know how to explain it, you know. If I could edit this, you know, this live, like I could just flash the screen about that Roblox avatar I'm talking about. Wait, did I read it in entire thing? Okay, surely not. Was that? I don't suppose. Are you Kiara? Eleanor's told me all about you. Into flesh. I'm actually here to visit my darling sister, would you believe? But now you pick. I don't know what to say. Sorry. My interest. She shoots me a harmless wink and rests her hand. Oh my gosh, she's flirting with me. Sorry, girl, I'm gay. You're such a diva queen. Thank you. Wow, even the clanging of her jewelry sounds expensive, and I can't help but look at her in awe. Tell me, what else has Nori said about me? She finds you annoying. Okay. Let's see. She really admires you. Oh, really? When did she say that? It would have been nice to hear it coming from her. Well, again. Sorry. Well, I'm sure you're well aware of how shy little Nor can be sometimes. Hey, interested in dating someone that's muscular but he already has a boyfriend? No. No, thank you. What kind of a question is that? No. You know, I was like, okay, first part, and then second part, I was like, ow. My good sis. I don't like people happy on Valentine's. Oh my god. You know, okay, girl, me too. Okay, I'm joking. Centipede. As if summoning Eleanor herself, she emerges from somewhere behind me and joins us at the front desk. Kiara, what are you doing here? There she is. What? Am I not allowed to see my little sis? I'm at work right now. You could have texted me in advance. But I wanted to surprise you. And look, I come bearing gifts. At that, Kiara's places down a few bags matted with high-end prints and designer logos. Sorry, darling. If I knew I'd be meeting you here, I would have brought extra. But I'm sure there's something for you in one of the bags. I'm getting sorry. But I'm sure there's something for you in one of those... I keep messing up. Fuck. Fuck me, bronchitis. Okay. But I'm sure there's something for you in one of those bags as well. Pick whatever Eleanor doesn't want. I genuinely wish I could be rich enough to say something like that. Same. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna introduce you to Haru-chan. That kind of sounds familiar. And I think it's Yaoi, but in a doomest way possible. Wait, hold on. The sisters seems fully engrossed in each other's presence, so I leave them alone so that they can have their moment to catch up. After all, I didn't know how long it'd been since Eleanor and Kiara had seen each other, and the mountain of work in front of me wasn't going to sort itself out in the meantime. Oh, excuse me. But before I can silently slip away and sit back down, a tattooed arm boxes me in. Oh, I think I know who this is. And for the second time today, the expensive smell of wealth and luxury floods my senses. Only this time I knew the person it belonged to. Ah! Disgusting. Damn. Where are they? Seemingly out of nowhere, Tio appears with a familiar smirk on his face and unbothered jaw in his tone. I'm so glad the centipedes are inside and they're crawling in instead of the birds, because the birds would have sucked your dick by now, but the centipedes, they're not allowing this behavior. He's absolutely shameless of how his eyes take in both of the sisters' appearance before he's leaning more of his weight onto his arm and shooting me an expectant look. Don't even think about it, Teo. Trust me, you don't want to know what I'm thinking about right now. Disgusting. A straight man. Given how he leans even closer to my side with a sultry grin, I end up believing his words. After all, I wouldn't put it past Teo to think up multiple ways to cause a scene in his free time. Not jealous, are you? Why would you even... Thank you. These are my girls. We can beat them up. Okay, thank you for the follow, Good and Echo. Whether or not it was suddenly outburst that captures our attention, Eleanor and Kara finally seem to notice us, and I thank my lucky stars for a chance to escape this conversation. Perhaps I could sneak off to the employees' lounge while everyone was busy talking. I'm sure you work here too. I've got a few things here that you could check out. Disgusting. It gives me so much. I feel like a grandma in Korea right now. Shiba. Despite my disgust at Teo's blatant flirting, Eleanor seems to be eating it up with a slight blush in her cheek. Oh, actually, I'm just visiting. I don't work here, but little Nori over here does. I'm sure she can help you out. What do I do if my dog has cloudy eyes? Take them to the vet. Despite her friendly tone, Kiara seems to be passively shutting down Teo's attempts at flirting and redirecting it towards Eleanor instead. Yet Teo doesn't seem to be picking up on it, instead choosing to lean a little more against the counter so that his muscle flex his form-fitted shirt and crosses his ankles. You're not from around here, are you? I remember a face like yours. The name's Theodore, by the way, but cute is like you can call me Teo. Charming. I'm Kiara. And no, I'm only in a town for a few weeks. I'm visiting some relatives and finding some inspiration before I head back home. Inspiration, huh? I can show you around. Well, aren't you fun? What about my baby sister? Huh? But I'm older than you. Come on. Little Nori. You always tell me how you'd hold up at work. Sorry, again. Come on, little Nori. You always tell me how you're... you always tell me how you're holed up at work all the time. God. I suppose, but... Looks like you're in need for a bit of fun. I can help with that. Have either of you been to an aquarium yet? It opened recently. Not yet. I'll have to give your offer a pass, I'm afraid. Aquarium's not your style? You're... Oh! Tell her, bitch. Tell her, bitch. You're not my style. Again. You're not my style. Tell her. Tell her. Tell her. Why the dude's chest so big in this game? Why do you want to indulge in it, you little gay? Huh? You wanna indulge in it? Eleanor, go see those F slur on them. I can't because I don't get cancelled. Eleanor, do it. Yeah. Yeah. Ouch. Despite the low blow to his ego, Teo didn't look the least bit offended. In fact, he seems to thrive off of it. Oh, okay. My phone is vibrating. It's either the phone or the rose toy. But as if fate felt the urge to intervene, Kira's phone suddenly goes off and startles everyone. Sorry, give me a sec. I need to call... Sorry. Again, take two. Sorry, give me a sec. I need to take this call. She slips away before any of us can have the chance to respond, and without missing a beat, Teo immediately takes her previous spot beside Eleanor. And what about you? Me? Don't see anyone else around, princess. Oh, well, I mean, I think it'd be fun, but I suppose it would be a bit awkward if it's just you and me. You heard her, doll. As if finally acknowledging my presence, Teo turns to you with an expectant look on his face. Why don't you tag along? I'll even see if Leon wants to join the fun. It'll be like a double date. At that, Eleanor visibly seems to relax a little bit. I spare a quick glance in her direction, and I can pick up on the bare sense of hope in her eyes. Wait, she wanted to go on a date with Teo? I don't know, Elle. Oh, what? Got better things to do? Look, I'll pay for everything. I can even pick you up as well if you want. Sounds good? Not even that I ever openly admit to... Again, not that he ever openly admitted to Teo, but his offer was finally starting to sound tempting. No, it doesn't. You know, just take a quick glance at his face and like... Put a lip balm on, you know? I mean, free food and free... I mean, free food and a free outing? It was too good to refuse, however. Save. It's always good to save. No thanks. No thanks. I choose my own destiny. You know, like Britney Spears. No thanks. I choose my own destiny. Teo scoffs at my answers while Eleanor visibly deflates. Sorry guys, but I just don't feel up for it. No, I get it. I'm sorry, Eleanor. I feel so bad for her, my sister. It's like, do I load or like do I? Oh my gosh. Eleanor, I'm so sorry, Elle. Please don't. Please don't feel pressured to do something you don't want to, Centipede. I can tell you've been on edge lately. I wouldn't want to add any more unnecessary stress. Yeah, cool, whatever. I'm sure Jay would be happy to join us instead. Without so much as glancing in my direction, he pulls out his phone and immediately starts to text someone. Eleanor awkwardly shuffles on her feet at the abrupt end of this conversation, but otherwise she doesn't seem to pick up on Teo's curt behavior. Great, I couldn't possibly get more awkward than this. There you are, Centipede. I didn't realize you were busy. Finally, it was as if someone had heard my prayers this time. Conan emerges from somewhere behind me. What was up with that today? And offers me an escape from the current conversation. And without missing a beat, I turn towards my savior and spare him a thankful glance. I make sure to silently apologize to Eleanor as well, clearly uneasy with the thought of leaving her alone with Teo, but she seems all too happy with how she suddenly shoos me away with a hand behind her back. Oh my gosh, she's like, bye, I'm going to take this hot man. Excuse me. Sure, I can step away for a moment. Did you need something? Just need an extra pair of hands to sort through some boxes. But if you're busy, I'll manage it by myself. It's fine, I could use a breather. Okay, so perhaps I didn't need to announce that so joyfully. With warm cheeks, I turn back towards Eleanor and Teo to send them our final apologetic look before following after Conan. Conan? Go on, a bit too close. Apologies for this. I didn't mean to steal you from your friends. This happened to be sorting through all of the books a co-worker managed to knock over this morning and making sure they were all in the correct category before putting them back onto the cart. It felt eerily similar to what I had been previously doing with Eleanor, only this time there weren't any tear-shaped annoyances to keep me company. Thank you. Clock it. But man, I swear, Kona had to be the only boss who'd be perfectly fine with their employees slacking off to talk with their friends instead. He hadn't said a word about Theo and possibly Kiara too, depending on how long he had been standing behind me, and seems more than okay with us huddling around the reception desk. Deciding not to push my luck, I returned Conan's soft look on my own. One of my own, sorry. It's fine, don't worry about it. I've been meaning to ask you something, actually. Has everything been going alright with you? Nothing shady has been happening lately. Well, I did got shaded by Ren. I don't know why, but that was really shady of him. I don't know what he said, I forgot, but it was really shady. What do you mean? You haven't heard the news? There's been a few murders happening in the Bay Area recently. Admittedly, I had been worried for your safety as of late. You live by yourself, correct? Hi Lex, good evening. Yeah, but I've recently had a friend stay with me. Now that I think about it, he's also been concerned for my safety. That's good. I'm glad to listen. Okay, listen. Okay, sorry. That's good. I'm glad. Listen, if something ever happens... Conan awkwardly glances over his shoulder before returning his gaze back to me. Nothing but sincerity. Stares back, and I find myself in a stunned silence. Here, it's my personal number. My God. But due to the lack of clarification, I ended up sending him a confused look instead of thanking him. I know you've only recently moved back to Cortland Bay, but you've yet to put someone down as your emergency contact. I'm worried you won't have anyone to call in case something does happen. Again, sorry. I'm like, my nose is really not runny. Okay. I'm worried you won't have anyone to call in case something does happen. I want to make sure you're safe at all times. No, sorry, not Rose. Not Rose Toy, please. Oh, thank you, Conan. Of course. He gives me my shoulder a gentle pat before resuming his original task. The conversation falls back into an easy, comfortable silence, and I pocket his number before pouring all my focus towards the books laid out in front of me. Okay. What's next? The rest of my shift passes by uneventfully, and at some point Eleanor informs me that Kiara had to leave for a work-related matter and wouldn't be coming back for a few days. She'd even ask Eleanor to give me her number as well, alongside mentioning something about sharing more embarrassing stories about little Nori the next time we talk. Whatever that meant. Still, it was really nice to finally meet Eleanor's sister, and it was even kinder of her to give me a fountain pen before she left. Okay, fancy. Or at least assume it was Kiara. I found the expensive looking box sitting on my desk once I returned, and I wasted no time in opening it up and examining the contents. The pen itself appeared to be made from extremely high quality materials, and the cursive NNR logo looked rather fancy underneath the light. I made a mental note to give something for Kiara as well before pocketing the pen next to Conan's number and packing up my belongings for the day. But as I'm slipping out the library's back door, I noticed Theo, Eleanor, Leon, and Jay all standing around the alleyway's entrance in an avid conversation, planning their outing tomorrow, no doubt. And despite the cold treatment Theo gave me earlier for rejecting his offer, it was nice to see Eleanor out making new friends. Oh my gosh, our girl, our sister! She is my little sister instead of Kiara, okay? Deciding not to ruin their fun, I quietly sneak out the back door and take the opposite route home. Or route, sorry. But something at the back of my mind must have seriously been bothering me because I didn't even feel like visiting the manga store on my way back. Jeez, whatever this is, I hope it'll pass soon. Okay, we're back into our cozy little apartment. You're back? I've always been back. What do you mean? Once home, I waste no time in shrugging out of my work clothes, preparing something to eat, and getting ready for bed. You didn't go? Yeah, I didn't go to the aquarium. Sorry, I didn't want to, okay? Or else it'll turn out to be the birds. Okay, the title is Centipedes. The title is Centipedes. I want to rename the... Hold on. Sorry, I have to change the title. Hold on. You can meet Renva. Really? We can? Don't care. Once home, I waste no time in shrugging out of my work clothes, preparing something to eat, getting ready for bed. Let's go sleep. The newest chapter for Always With You would be out soon, and I was interested to see what would happen between the main character and his love interest next. Of course, no one could ever replace my beloved Haruko, but he was slowly starting to climb his way up my list. Unlike some of the other mainstream love interests, he treated MC with so much respect and adoration, and seeing their strong bond somehow filled an unknown empty gap in my heart. Perhaps it was no more than wishful thinking, but I've always longed to have a deep connection like that with someone. Go on. Me too, girl, me too. Yet in all my years of living, I've never actually found anything remotely close to it, let alone the city or in Cortland Bay. Ren, what about him? I couldn't help but let out a heavy sigh that before realizing just how silly I was acting and replacing it with a scoff instead. Well, whatever. At least I still have my fictional crushes. That's so true. But just as I'm about to pull out my phone and check if the latest chapter is out, Leon's name illuminates the screen. And almost like second nature, my finger taps the answer button without so much as a second thought. His warm voice and the ocean immediately greet me, and I find myself wondering why he's still on the beach at this hour. Probably starting to pack up after a day of volleyball with a few friends, no doubt. Hey, Nova! You're not busy, right? Sorry, I feel like Leon is British because he says mate to us. Like, hey... Oh my gosh, my nose. Okay. Hey Nova, you're not busy right now, are ya? I know it's kinda late. Leon, hey! Not at all. I was just getting settled into bed. What's up? So, I met up with Jay and Dale today. He was going on about his little get-together he had planned for tomorrow. You know, the one involving your coworker? Oh boy, here we go. Well, he told me that you didn't feel like tagging along and... Leon seems to trail off after that, and I can almost hear the gears turning inside his head as he tries to think of what to say. Actually, can I be really, Actually, can I be real honest with you for a sec? I actually called to see if you'd consider changing your mind. You see, something big came up with Jay, so he can't make it tomorrow. I don't really want to cancel on Theo either, but I figured it'd be awkward if it's just me tagging along on his supposed date with Eleanor. I could definitely understand where Leon was coming from. I mean, just mere hours ago, I found myself in the exact same predicament. I honestly didn't see the point in tagging along, especially if the date had nothing to do with me, but leaving Eleanor alone with Theo would have definitely made things awkward for sure. But before I can dwell on it any further, Leon's voice pulled me from my thoughts. So, I was thinking, if Elle and Theo ended up hitting it off, maybe we could sneak off and go to the beach instead. It's not like we'd be needed after that, and besides, I still owe you something from our favorite ice cream stand, remember? Sorry. Okay, I'm a little acidic. I couldn't help but... Okay. I couldn't help but laugh at that. Oh, please. That promise is... Okay, sorry. Oh, please. That promise was from years ago. I honestly thought you'd forget all about it by now. No way. A promise is still a promise. If you let me copy your math homework, I'd buy you your favorite ice cream in return. But you didn't think the ice cream stand would close for a week, huh? Or the fact that I'd be somewhere overseas a week after that. Oh, alas, mini-me didn't have the ability to predict the future. Centipede. Yet. Someone had to humble you. Oh, come on. I was barely 10 years old. Who's gonna humble a kid? Leon's laughter fills the silence, and I can't help but think back to the all too familiar ice cream stand on the pier. Nova, you're serving my period blood. I don't know why it was pink. I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Girl, go seek a doctor, okay? Instead of you serving or instead of your period, instead of me, you know, serving your period blood, the nurses are the ones that's supposed to serve that period blood. Okay, I can't tell them that I want to share with you, but instead I recommend me be El Man once he said. Okay. One one Dairy Cream thought soon leads me to another, and that next thing I know, I'm thinking about the date I shared with friend. Would he like ice cream? What flavor would he choose? And after what happened yesterday, would he even go back to the pier in the first place? My thoughts will only spiral after that, and I find myself wondering if I had the chance to run into him tomorrow. After all, Cortland Bay isn't that big of a coastal town, so it wouldn't be strange for us to run into each other again, sooner or later. I mean, I literally met Ren my own workplace. I literally met Ren at my own workplace because we shared a few common interests in books. His just so happened to be about native flora. That kind of stuff wasn't something either of us could control, and I was most likely looking too deep into it. Still, I barely had the opportunity to see him at all today. Hi Joseph, good evening. In all honesty, I was starting to miss him. In fact, it was almost as if I was beginning to have pink-haired enigma withdrawals or something. Jeez. Centipede, still with me? Hi, hello Icon. Yeah, eat zucchini. Oh my gosh, if only I have money to eat Rand's zucchini, or probably he's the one who's going to eat our zucchini. Okay, shit, I was spacing out on Leon again. Sorry, what did you say? Boring you to death with all my yarning, am I? Don't worry, I'll get you some rest after this. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, that was so nasty. Girl TikTok is so dirty-minded. He said the zucchini means yeah. But didn't Laura already said in reverse that eat zucchini means to literally fuck off? Like, go suck my dick. Yeah, like fuck off, you know? That's what eat zucchini means, she confirms. I just wanted to know if you'd reconsider. I promise I won't let Tio ruin our date tomorrow. Sorry to be a good catch up again, yeah? Just like old times. Wait, did I just hear that? Yeah. It's like, it's not like literally, no, it's not like literal suck my D. It's like suck my D like as an insult. Like, you wanna fight? Like, you wanna fight? Yeah, that's what eat zucchini is. Okay, Ren really wants to fight. He wants to fight. Accept his offer. He's really wanting to fight. Ren is a ghetto ass bitch. I just know it. Do you like that song? The Internet Girl? Yeah, it grew on me. I'm sorry. Okay, oh, perhaps it was because there was a slim chance to run into Ren again, but I found myself agreeing after all. Besides, it no longer felt like Tio's request, but rather Leon's request. And unlike the musclehead, I had no problems with my childhood friend. I have! Centipede, you don't have a problem with Tio, but I have problems with Tio. Okay? The eat zucchini and your feelings. I felt better knowing that Leon would be tagging along with me tomorrow, and who knows, maybe even Ren might make another one of his appearance. I certainly hope so. I was starting to feel a bit embarrassed. I was starting to feel a bit embarrassing of how much I'd been thinking about him lately. He really did take a lot of my thoughts, didn't he? With that pink-haired enigma in my... Sorry. With that pink-haired enigma in my mind, I confirmed my plans for tomorrow with Leon before saying goodnight and ending the call. I wonder what tomorrow will bring. And a day free! Let's see. Rainbow badges, red tunnel, blue eyes. That's all I can seem to recall from my dream as the blaring bzz 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 of my alarm pulls me from my slumber. Honestly, groggedly, I reach for my phone to turn it off and flop back into my bed. Curious, I glance at the screen to check the time, only to get blinded by the brightness of my wallpaper. Wincing at the bright screen that practically flashbangs me, I crack open an eye to read the numbers on screen. 9:05 a.m. So it wasn't too early then. I still had plenty of time to get ready for the day and possibly make some waffles for breakfast. That the battery would expire soon anyways, and I didn't really feel like visiting the bakery this morning. With that plan in mind, I let out a sleepy groan and roll out of my bed. Gosh. Okay, muscle memory kicks in and my immediate reaction is to open the blinds for some reason. Much needed sunshine, but when I glanced at my windows, they were already pulled back. Sunlight had been pouring into my room for who knows how long, and I didn't even notice. And when did I open them? Baby, if we go back, the blinds were open. The blinds were open a while ago. I don't know about you. Okay. Sunlight had been pouring into my room, who knows how long, and I didn't even notice. And when did I open them? I swear I closed the blinds last night. In fact, I was confident I did because there's no way I'd be getting any sleep after finding out a potential stalker was creeping outside my window. Don't tell me someone broke in again. I tried not to focus on the twang of dread slowly building up inside the pit of my stomach. I wasn't about to get worked up again, and so early in the morning too. This was not what I needed to start my day with. Deciding not to dwell on it for now, I stand up and gradually work out the kinks in my body. No way I was going to let this ruin the outing I had planned with Teo, Eleanor, and Leon. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We're supposed to go to the aquarium today. With that in mind, I make a mental note to dress appropriately as I walk over to my closet. Absentmindedly, I run my fingers across some of my clothes before pulling something cute from the rack. My usual style has never let me down before, so I decided to stick with the theme and wear something similar. I pick out a few more matching pieces and accessories before giving them all a cursory glance. Feeling satisfied with the items I chose, I nod in approval before heading to the bathroom to change. Okay. No brushing teeth. We're just getting into the bathroom, babe. Like, calm down. I doubt the hot water would work this early in the morning, so having a nice refreshing shower was definitely out of the question. I got dementia. Alzheimer's. Ooh. Well, not that it really mattered. I still needed to buy some more shampoo anyway, and oh? Strange. Was my toothbrush holder always this solid black color? I could have sworn it was gray. It's pink. We're Nova, okay? Centipede, it must be pink. Picking it from the shelf, I gave it once over. The Haruko print was still there, yet it somehow felt heavier in my hands. But then again, I don't exactly go around meticulously measuring how heavy my items are in the first place. Jeez, today was seriously a day of overthinking, huh? Well, whatever. Putting the holder back on the shelf, I focus my attention back on the reflection of the mirror and give an appreciative nod. The outfit I chose looks perfect, and once I put everything on, all I had left to decide on is how I should style my hair. Absentmindedly brushing a hand through my short pink hair. The kids are still outside. Okay. Absentmindedly brushing my hand through my short pink hair, I tried to come up with something that looked good. An idea comes to mind and I immediately set to work. An hour flies by and I've somehow managed to get dressed, style my hair, and finish breakfast in record time. With nothing else left to do, I decided I might as well kill time in my entryway by picking out which shoes to wear. But just as I stop in front of the shoe rack, something near the front door catches my eye. A letter? Odd. My door doesn't have a letter box, so I usually have to visit the front desk to collect my mail. That is, if Violet doesn't bring it up for me. So what was this doing here? Sorry, hold on. Oh my gosh, okay. I was about to sneeze and I didn't sneeze. That was disappointing. Okay. Curiosity gets the better of me, and I find myself scooping up the letter and opening it. Inside was nothing more than a folded note written in red ink and... Was that a lock of blonde hair? What the... Did this belong to Eleanor? No! So she did die! And she would stop my smile and doesn't realize exactly this item is, and I hesitantly scanned the rest of the note for answer and I simply read... Oh my gosh. No! Eleanor! No! I think she might need a new lock as well, don't you think? And don't bother warning her about this. I'll know. Let's keep this between us, alright? It'll be our little secret. What the hell? Was this somehow tied to that asshole who broke into my apartment a few days ago? Or was it someone else entirely? Well, immediately, whoever this stalker was, they were honestly doing a pretty bad job at making their intentions clear. I mean, what exactly were they trying to accomplish by doing this? Did they want me to stay away from Eleanor as well, or just keep silent? What did they get out of blackmailing me like this? And why target Eleanor specifically? None of this made any sense. And now that I give it more thought, I wasn't so sure what they wanted from me either. Why go through all this trouble in the first place? It wasn't like I was doing anything wrong. Maybe moving back to Bay wasn't a good idea after all. I mean, I left the hardships and turmoil of the city behind for a reason. I wanted fresh air, new faces, and easygoing lifestyle. I'd never get in the city, and now it seems like history is only repeating itself once more. I thought I could live a peaceful life here with my new job and friends, and now I've somehow found myself in more trouble than I could ever ask for. And what's worse is that after denying my own paranoia for so long, this was all it took to convince me that my potential intruder really was real after all. Shit, maybe Violet was right. Hi, hello, good evening. Eleanor, please don't tell me you're dead. Eleanor. Eleanor, please don't tell me you're dead. Don't tell me you're dead. I remember brushing off her concerns because the idea of a stalker seemed so far-fetched to me, especially given Cortland Bay's reputation, but now, name gained is 14 days with you. Admittedly, being a part of me wanted to see if Violet was still home, but another part kept me rooted in place. Would it be safe? What if the intruder was still lurking outside? Oh my Jesus Christ. Suddenly my phone goes off and scares the living daylights out of me. So much so that I end up dropping it on a hardwood floor and clambering to pick it back up in a panic. Shit. With shaking hands, I forgo looking for any dents and cracks in the screen as I tried to discern the reason for the noise instead. The letter T showed up, whether the caller ID should be alongside suggestive contact photo of someone's abs that I don't remember taking, which could only mean one thing. Tia was calling. It makes a few failed attempts, but I somehow managed to press the answer button and responded with a shaky tone. Hello? Well, damn, doll, you sound like you just woke up not planning on sleeping in, are you? What? No, good, because I'm outside your apartment right now. Your neighbor looks like shit, by the way. Smells like it too. Oh my god. Did you seriously call me to make fun of where I live? Like, Violet? Don't ever talk shit about my... This is why I don't like Teo. Literally, my sister Violet. I called to I called to tell you to hurry up unless you want to walk the... Just... damn it. Well, if it isn't Mrs... Well, if it isn't... Sorry, I'm trying to read so bad. Okay. Well. No, that's so bad. Again, take 100. Well. Oh my god, just a mosquito. If it isn't little Miss Priss all by her lonesome. Oops, she looks mad. Tia's voice practically oozes smugness as he taunts whoever it is he's talking to, most likely Violet. Before I hear him, adjust the phone and continue speaking. Oi, dollface, hurry up, won't you? This is why I don't like this guy. Fuck this man. He hangs up before I can mutter a response. But still knowing that Teo was downstairs somehow gives me confidence to leave safely my home. Though not before committing the state of my apartment to memory and triple checking my lock. I have a mind to quality snap photos of everything to see if anything was touched in my absence, but I doubt I'd have enough time still. If a stalker does decide to come again, I want to know. But now that I'm thinking about photos, this gives me the perfect opportunity to splurge on some security cameras I've been needing I'd been needing them for quite some time now anyway. Sadly, some players simp on him. Of course! And I have to assume that they're gay. Ugh. With all this talk of violent crimes, dead bodies, and murder happening on the news lately, and now this intruder, I figured that better to be safe than sorry. Sorry. So deciding to let Tio suffer even just a little bit at the hands of Violet, I pull out my phone to scroll through some home security bundles on sale as I make my way towards the lobby. Ooh, Tio ended up being uncharacteristically quiet throughout the drive, and if I were being honest, I appreciated the silence. OMG, was it? It was definitely odd not having our typical playful banter, but also wasn't something I needed first thing in the morning. Yung hinanap kong laro, 14 Days of You. Okay, he also doesn't seem to be in the mood for disturbing, given how he clenches the wheel with one hand while the other supports his head against the window ledge like some angsty teen. So I tried to settle further into the admittedly comfy seat of his luxury car before focus my attention on the scenery as it passes by. It isn't long before the aquarium comes into view as Teo looks around for a decent place to park. He must have picked a busy day to visit, considering the amount of cars parked both outside and in the reserved parking area. Though Teo seemed to have somewhere in mind. I watch as he drives straight past a very clear labeled no-go zone and pulls up in one of the empty spaces without so much as a reaction. Okay, we broke the rules. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, he doesn't even wait for me to get out before he opens his door and walks to the front of the car, and not wanting to be left behind, I quickly follow suit. What? Suit? Teo? I was about to ask a question whether he was allowed to park in the employee zone in the first place, but given how he shamelessly pulls down one of the warning signs and tosses it into the bush, I figured that was my answer. It doesn't take long before he's right by my side once more and ushers me towards the front entrance. Sorry. I almost stumbled over my feet as Teo pulls me along, but not before almost bowling him over as he abruptly stops in front of me. Hi, hello, Secret. Look at that, almost like a loyal dog, isn't he? Glancing in the direction he was pointing, I see Leon sitting on one of the benches as he absentmindedly watches people go by. Hi, hello, good evening. And once he catches sight of us, he immediately leaps to his feet and rushes over with a wave and warm smile. It's a good thing he doesn't bite. At the snarky comment, I nudged Teo with my elbow and sent him an eye roll. I doubt he takes any notice of it, but since Leon's arrival takes up all of our attention. Hey you look good, Sunfish. You're not so bad yourself, Oarfish. Y'all still look the same. Hello, I'm here too. Eleanor hasn't... Oh my gosh, Eleanor! I want to send a rose now, but I'm using it right now. Babes, keep it. Keep your rose. Keep your rose. Send me something else. Keep your rose. Don't send me any roses. No, thank you. Set and max speed. Well, one thing is for sure is that my rose, it's so much better. It's so much better. It has rhinestones. Okay, my rose has rhinestones. What about your rose? What's that game? It's called 14 Days of You. Oh my god, Eleanor! Oh my gosh, she's dead. Eleanor! Eleanor! dead. She's dead. Eleanor has arrived yet. Scoffing at our playful dismissal, Theo cracks a joint in his neck and crosses his tattooed arms. However, he doesn't seem to stray from his spot, which meant that he still had an interest in our conversation. At his almost childlike reaction, Leon shoots his friend a cheeky, lopsided smile before continuing. I'm sure she's on her way. She said something about wanting to get her steps in our group chat. Is that why she didn't want Theo picking her up? Where is she? We have a group chat, by the way. I don't know if that's useful. It's probably not. Where's Eleanor? I don't see Eleanor. Is that Eleanor? She better be alive. Eleanor, you better be alive. On her way to heaven. Yeah, on her way to heaven. Like white American Christian homophobic sister. She's dead. I'm sure. Okay. Is that why she didn't want Theo picking her up? And actually, I don't know if you realized, but you guys were 15 minutes early. Really? Pfft, no thanks to Theo was speeding, I guess. And what about you? I'm guessing you had to walk all the way here, right? There's nothing wrong with getting a bit of exercise in the morning. I'm sure Eleanor would agree. And I just got here, actually. Really? Because it looks like you were sitting on the bench for a while. I just sat down. Long enough to stretch your legs, huh? Okay, so maybe I did arrive half an hour early, but I was excited. It's been a while since I've been to the aquarium. Even longer since you've seen Dollface over here, I bet. Huh? Can you blame me? We've been separated for years, now we're finally reunited again. It must be fate. No, destiny. Playing along with Leon's dramatics, I leaned against his side and clutched at the spot above my heart. It's written in the stars. You guys are genuinely so embarrassing. Okay, now this is the only thing too I could agree with Theo. I'm sorry, that was so embarrassing. Hearing Theo huff once more, Leon and I both watch as he tries to distance himself by looking at the posters on the wall. No one's out feigning interest in. It wasn't like Theo already cared much for marine life. All his world revolved around was wealth and luxury, giant tech companies, and probably starting fires. Yeah, definitely starting fires. Well, for a guy who spent most of his time in the shadow of his father's legacy, I had to hand it to him. Theo was seemingly more down to earth than other people I've met. He didn't have to spend time with us, but he did. And as much as he'd often joke about not wanting to affiliate himself with people outside his tax bracket, Theo sure seemed to like hanging out with Jay, Leon, and me. I wonder, does he ever feel lonely? I don't care, he can die. Before my thoughts can delve any further, I feel a gentle nudge at my side. Looking to my left, I see Liam peering at me with a curious expression. Yeah, no, I'm really glad you came, but I'm also honestly surprised you agreed to this. Surprise? What do you mean? Well, you know, is Ren okay with you with this? Okay, sorry, again. Take two. Well, you know, is Ren okay with this? Ren? The guy we met at the pier the other day. He said something about being your boyfriend. We must save. Thank you for the follow, Melanie fan. Oh, right, my boyfriend. Yes, my boyfriend. My very night was because I wanted to stake my claim over Ren. Okay, listen, we cannot embarrass this guy, okay? It'll be so embarrassing if we're like, oh no, he isn't my boyfriend, he's just playing along. You know? But I think it was because I wanted to stake my claim over Ren, or because he confidently declared himself as my boyfriend a few days ago. Again, or because he confidently declared himself as my boyfriend a few days ago. I couldn't help but let it slip. But Leon seems to pick up on the hesitant lace of my words, given how he inquisitively tilts his head and sends me a reassuring smile. Is it still a new thing for you? I'm sure calling someone your boyfriend must take some time to get used to. Take things at your own pace. It was strange hearing this kind of advice from Leon, especially after practically lying to him. But I wasn't going to say anything. We've been friends for so long, yet the topic of dating had never seemed to come up between us, much less something more extreme like settling down or getting married. At that, I recall a fond memory from my youth. A younger version of ourselves greets me as they innocently play a game of pretend on the playground. I can see Leon in all his boyish charms as he promises to marry me at the top of the slide. Oh god. Before he slides down, it runs to my side in glee. Oh my gosh. Hey, thank you for following by. Oh my gosh, sorry. That was a good sneeze. Okay, thank you for the follow, Viro. Okay, excuse me. He seems all too happy to run circles around me while he shouts to the skies about protecting me from bad guys. Yet something else was missing from that scene. Something I couldn't fully remember. What was it? As long as he's chill with this, yeah, I won't want any misunderstandings to happen. Great, I had been spacing out again. Not wanting to offend Leon with my silence, I tried to make sense of his words before coming up with a sufficient response of my own. Oh yeah, he's fine with it. Totes. Probably. Yeah, probably. Besides, I only agreed to this outing because Eleanor generally seemed like she wanted to go. And it's not like this is a date anyway, so... Hey, don't sweat it, Centipede. No need to explain yourself either. I get what you're saying. I'm sure everything Liam cuts himself off when he notices something behind me, and when I turn around, I see Eleanor! She's alive! Oh, she's alive. She's alive. Oh my gosh, Eleanor, she's alive. She's alive. Okay. I see Eleanor running up to the group with flushed expression on her face. But as she draws near, she clumsily trips. Oh my gosh. Eleanor, be careful. On a straight piece of cobble and tumbles forward. Ah! Like, oh god. Okay, a little intense. Without thinking, I lurch. Thank god, but then whose hair was that? It's blonde. Don't tell me it's Kiara. Oh my gosh, her older sister, her rich older sister. Without thinking, I lurched forward to close the gap between us, but Tia's muscular arms beats me into it. I was a girl in the village doing alright, then I became a princess overnight. Now I have to figure out how to do it right. So much to learn and see. Up in the castle with a new family, in a school with just for royalty. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I know that song, like the entire lyrics, by heart. Okay, it's probably because I used to watch it with my little cousin, because she was like, I want to watch Sophia, I want to watch Sophia. We had to watch Sophia the first. Good days when there wasn't even letters on math. Okay. Almost effortlessly, he reaches out to catch her, almost like those cliche romance movies. Except not at all, because Tia was allergic to anything romantic. A fact that's emphasized by the look of pure disdain on his face as he pulls my coworker to her feet. Eleanor seems to blissfully enjoying every moment of it, boasting as she practically clutches onto his bicep while looking up with wide sparkling eyes. Oh my gosh, Eleanor! Oh my gosh! Eleanor! This girl! She is... Good for you. Good for you, Eleanor. Good for you. Okay, in fact, she was even aware of our presence with how she stays rooted in Tia's awkward embrace. Looks like she really fell for him, huh? Pfft, you're as bad as Jay with those puns. Just rubbing off on me. Come on, let's go see if she's okay. As it turns out, Eleanor really was okay. Thank you. She's alive. She's well. And she's alive. Oh my gosh. They can handle all of that. It's fine. Eleanor is alive. She's well and alive. Imagine this like final destination. She's just tripped and like gets stabbed by like a traffic cone. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? I'm deleting the app. But it turns out Eleanor was really okay being cradled inside the arms of Theo. But the moment only lasts until Leon and I rejoined the group with a knowing smile on our faces. Theo aptly chooses not to say anything, and out of solidarity, fuck, or perhaps future blackmail, neither do we. And soon enough, we all found ourselves waiting in line to buy admission tickets. Eleanor happily takes photos of us. Hold on. Of us while Theo scrolls through his phone, and Leon stands beside me to look at all colorful fishes. All the colorful fish in the small tanks. Sorry, I need a drink. This is all very exciting, do you think? Really? It's just fish. Like, come on, mate. Show a bit more enthusiasm, yeah? If you love them that much, wait till you find out what's at the beach. I want to apologize in advance for him. No, it's fine. I'm sure Theo has other interests that excite him. Fish just aren't particularly one of them. Wanna know? Oh my god! Wanna know what makes me excited? Oh my gosh, Lee and I both share a look before rolling our eyes. Breaking taillights and slashing tires. Wait, slashing tires? Isn't that illegal? Probably. I'm just messing with you, princess. Loosen up a little. Oh, okay. My phone? Oh no, it's Leon's phone. All too quickly, the light-hearted mood gets replaced with something serious as Leon's phone starts buzzing. Recognition flashes across my childhood's friend's face as he looks at the screen before he awkwardly scratches at the back of his neck and points towards the entrance with his thumb. Sorry guys, give me a sec. Hi, hello Jessica. Good evening. Without waiting for a response, Leon makes a beeline for the front door. After a few seconds, I see his figure emerge from outside with a large window pacing back and forth on the sidewalk as he talks to someone on the phone. Judging by the solemn expression on his face, I can only guess that the call isn't a good one. I sure hope everything is alright. To cut up in Leon's shift in demeanor, I barely notice how Eleanor's hand gently pushes Theo and I forward so they can speak to the clerk at the front desk. Broad tattooed shoulders now block my view from the window, which causes me to shift my attention back to the present. But Theo doesn't seem to notice my lack of focus, or perhaps he just doesn't care, as he pulls out the black card from his wallet. Okay, rich! And leans over me to hand it to the woman behind the counter. He could have gone without the nonchalant, smug look on his face, but I wasn't about to say anything when he was literally about to pay for my admission fee. Before I could... I'm not gonna read that. Before I could thank him, Eleanor's excited voice cuts me off. Do you suppose there'll be shows today? I saw some advertised outside. It's just Faya. I don't know where. I think it's been a while, and my head is just, I think I'm really forgetting. I think I have dementia or Alzheimer's. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wasn't paying much attention to them. I hope there'll be penguins. Perhaps Leon would enjoy them. Oh my gosh, I love penguins. What about me? You? I don't suppose you like sharks? I can hear the clerk chime in information on the latest hotspots and what shows we're playing, but I shut it all out when I noticed Leon standing ideally near the doorway, still sporting that concerned look on his face. What's tea? Without missing a beat, I make my way to his side and spare him an empathetic glance. Oh my gosh, I'm really sorry. I'm real sorry about all that. No. sorry. My nose is itchy. My god. But I want to take it off because I have my glasses on. Okay. Sorry. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay. My gosh. Hi, Daryl. Good evening. How are you? Real sorry about all of that, Centipede, but something's come up involving my mom at the hospital. Who knows? Is everything okay? Yeah, no, my hospital's fine. It's my hospital, sorry. Yeah, no, my mom's fine. It's just some important paperwork I need to fill out for her behalf. It's just some important paperwork I need to fill out on her behalf. You know, since dad is still working abroad and all. Yo, what's up? Okay. I'm so sorry, but I really gotta go, and I'll try to come back as soon as I am. Hey, don't sweat it. Leon, focus on your mother first. I don't miss the way his entire demeanor softens up my concern. Leon looks at though he wants to say something serious but holds himself back at the very last second. As if to compensate, I end up filling the silence instead. I'm sure I can survive third wheeling Teo and Eleanor's date alone. Jeez, I really owe you one. Actually, you know, here. Before I can refuse, Leon shoves a stack of small bills into my palm and closes his hands around it. Hey, you don't have to. Besides, Teo already paid for everything just now. Nah, I won't be hearing anything from you. If you want to accept it, then spend it all on something for me instead, yeah? Go to town, the souvenir shop. I don't want to go back to that damn shop. That damn souvenir shop. Olivia? That slut. I don't want to go back to the shop. See if they have any sunfish merch in there. Alright, thank you, Leon. Don't ever speak of that fuck-ass souvenir shop again. Okay? Or else I'll be the one who's killing you instead of friend. Okay? Don't speak of that damn shop. Yeah, that damn girl. Don't ever speak that name again. Don't you dare. No worries, doll, but I really gotta go now. Well, tell my mom you said hi. That fuck-ass bitch. Hold on. Leon turns on his heel before I have the chance to respond, so he completely misses me waving him off. In a rush, he almost knocks someone over, but he quickly helps them regain their footing and apologizes before speeding once more. What? Before speeding once more. Man, I sure hope everything is okay with his mother. Before I can dwell on any longer, the sweet melody of Eleanor's laughter pulls me from my thoughts, and I turn back towards the group. Oh my god. The ambience, I'm really immersed. Okay. I noticed that Tia and Eleanor are now standing by the entrance, which also happened to double as a massive underwater tunnel, all while pointing to a school of fish swimming over their heads. When Eleanor notices my presence, she happily waves me over before her attention shifts towards the door behind me, no doubting expecting to see Leon walk back and join us. It made sense considering how they missed his departure, but she snaps out of her curious daze the moment Teo brushes a hand against her back to move her out of the way of family passing by. Ooh, but what truly shocks me is that he doesn't seem to move his hand. Instead, Teo leaves it there as he steps closer and blocks a co-worker from my view. Like what? He meets my gaze with an intense, unreadable expression. I can't help but look away. What was that all about? Suddenly, the moment felt too personal for my liking, almost as if I shouldn't be looking at someone so intimate. Centipede, I swear to God. Centipede, you're not the birds, okay? You're not dancing birds. Turning away, I decided to channel my interest into picking out a roadmap from the... I can't pronounce that. Instead, if Teo and Eleanor were planning on getting cozy with each other, I need to plan my escape route. But before I move away, I noticed a lone aquarium tank to the side. Ooh. Excuse me. Okay. It was far enough from the eyes of the people still watching in the queue, but still close enough to the entrance to entice any passers-by to come in and take a look. this scene. It feels like a shark is about to pop out and break the glass and kill all of us, huh? You know, like an entire fish buffet. And so we're countless amounts of colorful fish, coral and other sea crusty fuck, and I couldn't help but look in awe of some of the bright marine life as they float about in the water. If only Leon could join us. I could almost hear his laughter at some of the sunfish-like creatures that swim by. Keeping the rest of the group in sight, I stray slightly to the right for a better vantage point. A group of neon tetra fish zip past and my eyes follow them as they swim around. They easily stand out against the bright orange and green corals, and especially the pink and blue. Ooh! My gosh. Wait, pink and blue? Oh! Ow! Being closer to the glass, I catch sight of a familiar face on the other side of the tank. Oh my god. I knew it! Red doesn't seem to notice me yet, seemingly far too entranced by the brightly colored creatures as they swim by. His soft eyes follow some of the similar fish as they dart across the tank before swapping over to the group of guppies swimming past. Suddenly our eyes meet the moment the fish split up, and I watch as Ren's expression morphs from surprise into a sickeningly sweet look. He tries to say something, but his words come out inaudible due to glass separating us. As if realizing, Ren instead points to one of the fish off to the side before resting his hand on the glass and mouthing something else. I can't fully understand what he was trying to say, that is, until my eyes land on what he was pointing at. Catching me off guard, I watch in awe as the lone fish swims between us and captures both of our attention. Wait, was that an angelfish? Ooh! The fond memory of our time at the pier comes to my mind, and I find myself thinking back to when Ren affectionately gave me that nickname. And had I known any better, I would have assumed that he was thinking about the same thing, given the way his eyes crinkle and softens as the fish scales shimmer underneath the artificial light. Too absorbed in how picturesque this all looked, I completely missed Ren's swift departure, that is until he's rounding the corner of the fish tank and taking his place by my side. This is like, you know, that one scene from What Is Love music video from Twice, you know, the fish tank thing. I know it's a movie references, you know, yeah, What Is Love, that is like, movie reference, but I just don't know, so I guess you guys have to know by, you know, Twice. Okay. Wait, again, what? The corner, okay, it's around the corner fish tank and taking his place by my side. Hi, Centipede. Oh, hey! Oh, hey, you! Fancy meeting you here. Fancy that, Pink Pantheress? The first thing I notice is how Ren is tugging at his sleeves again, though he doesn't seem to shy away from my close proximity nor seem to mind as much. Those fish were pretty neat, huh? Oh, yeah, I can't take my eyes off them. Hey, did you spot the angelfish swimming by? Once. I did. Oh my gosh. I really want to see his reaction. Oh my gosh. Okay. Clownfish. Okay. And then stare at the sharks. Okay. Nothing. Okay. I did. It was so captivating. It was... What? What did you say? What'd you say? It was, huh? I couldn't stop looking at, I couldn't stop looking as well. Yeah, I didn't even know they could be that color. Actually, this might sound cheesy, but after you mentioned the angelfish, you reminded me of our date by the pier, remember? How could I forget? It's one of my most treasured memories. Top 3, in fact. Not wanting to let this opportunity pass, I decided to tease Ren a bit. Oh, please. Top 3? Don't laugh. You get to be cheesy. If you get to be cheesy, why can't I? Okay, that's actually pretty reasonable. Like, we're like hypocrites right now, Centipede. Let him be cheesy. Well, in that case, if you get to give me a cheesy nickname like Angelfish, why can't I? Wait, you want to give me a nickname? Come on, it's only fair. Though, to be honest, I don't really know any pink-colored fish. Damn it. Oh yeah, that's too bad. Hey, don't think you can get away that easily, Buttercup. I'll think of something better eventually. Eventually? And but Ben lets out a puff of laughter before returning his attention to the tank once more. He doesn't seem to stray from my side, though, and it's Ben, but I realized what was he doing at the aquarium in the first place. Yeah. I have to go. Bye. Yeah, okay, bye-bye. Have a good night. Hold on, my nose is so itchy. Okay. Without missing a beat, I took a step closer and voiced my thoughts. You know, I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Oh, really? Yeah, no offense, but you don't really seem like an aquarium guy. Is that so? I didn't have any plans for today, so I figured I'd do a bit... Excuse me, I'm gonna burp. Hey, God, okay. Take 2. I didn't have any plans for today, so I figured I'd do a bit of under the sea sighting to sightseeing to pass time. Plus I finished the book you recommended the other week, the one about the underwater city. I guess it inspired me to come here. Really? Did you like it? What did you think about it? I enjoyed that, especially the part where say, look at that. Ren isn't shy about he leans over my shoulder to point something else at my peripheral vision. I follow his finger between the driftwood and coral. I spot Eleanor and Teo standing awfully close to each other. I don't miss the way Teo sizes up Ren, even from a distance, before he tears his gaze away from us and an audible scoff. A surprised sound escapes the back of my throat as I watched Teo unabashedly run a hand down my co-worker's side. Oh my god, they're a little sensual. Intimate even. But what truly shocks me is the way Eleanor boldly grabs his arm and loops her hand around it. Oh my god, Eleanor! Eleanor, you freaky gal. I didn't know like that. Okay. No way. That's I honestly didn't know what she had it in her. While her confidence shocked me, it also sparked a bout of curiosity inside of me as well. Even though we all established that this wasn't an actual date, Eleanor still wanted to treat like one. But now I really think about it, isn't this similar to the date I shared with Ren at the pier as well? The next thing I know, I found my mind wandering to all the times I held Ren's hand as we walked along the boardwalk. And right now, it looked all too tempting of how it was casually resting against the glass. I could easily fit the palm of my hand in his, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind in the slightest if I were to reach out and... No, come on now, Centipede, what are you thinking? Although, come to think of it, wasn't I the one who initiated most of the hand-holding during the moments we spent together? Exactly, Centipede! You're a nasty, bad girl. Okay, you're a bad girl, Centipede. Centipede, my god. Maybe he'd be okay with it after all, should I? Once. Give me a second, let me save, because if I didn't, I don't know what would happen. Hold Ren's hand. If I can take myself out, we literally kissed them, Centipede. Don't you forget about that. Before I can talk myself out of it, I reach out and slip my fingers between Ren's palm and the glass of the tank. What? His skin feels His skin feels uncharacteristically coarse and rough against my own, but before I can question it, I brush against something cold and metallic instead. During a curious peek, I looked down and noticed a golden ring on one of his fingers. In fact, it appeared to look vaguely similar to the one around his neck, but as soon as I opened my mouth to ask, Ren casually slips his finger between my own to intertwine them. He gives me a soft smile, almost as if he knew this was going to happen, before Eleanor's voice pulls me back to the present. Centipede, there you are. Why didn't you say anything earlier, Tio? Where'd pretty boy run off to? Princess over here said he had to leave earlier. And damn it, if it isn't Buttercup. Oh my gosh, here we go. Get your popcorns ready. They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Fight. Oh, the fishes, they're gonna stop by and watch. Okay? And oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I was about to say that me and Eleanor would start a lesbian relationship, only to find out, oh wait, I'm not a female for me to become lesbian. So, Eleanor, enjoy the show, I guess. Or not in Scissor City. It's Ren, actually. Not this again. Before the two can have the chance to butt heads, I carefully step in and interrupt. Something came up at the hospital, so Leon had to go. Oh dear, I hope everything is okay. He assured me that everything's fine, so I wouldn't stress too much about it. Oh my gosh, Ren is mad. Ren is mods, babes. Who are you talking to? This guy's right here. Like once. The girl's about to fight. And yeah. My god, okay. I watch as Eleanor shuffles on her feet in contemplation before noticing the items still grasped carefully in her hands. That's a relief, but oh, what do you suppose we should do with his ticket then? Shall I ask for a refund? It's fine, that's like loose change to me. I'll make it back in 45 seconds. Still, we shouldn't let it go to waste. So sorry, again. Still, we shouldn't let it go to waste. Oh, I know. Eleanor's expression shifts from revelation. Yeah, okay, revelation to something more cheeky as she turns to me with a small knowing grin. She leans close enough to whisper but doesn't seem all that quiet about it. Here, why don't we give the ticket to your lover boy? Lover boy? You've got to be joking. Should I tell you all about our lovely... Again. Should I tell you all about how our lovely Centipede has a secret admirer and how he often rents out his books from the Eleanor! You go on. I feel like I'm missing some context here. Almost hastily, I snatched a ticket from Eleanor's hands and ushers Ren inside the tunnel away from gossipy co-worker into a smug grin. Like, what? Eleanor? I hardly noticed the time passing of all the fun I'm having, and before I know it, almost 2 hours go by in a blur. I had initially been so fixated on being a third wheel that I completely forgot about exciting things people could do at the aquarium. Eleanor seemed all too happy to snap pictures of everything, ranging from Ren and I petting some stingrays, to getting splashed by a seal and all the giant sea creatures that swarm around in the overhead tanks. Alright, was it? What? By the time I noticed my feet starting to hurt, we had all made it to the small food court conveniently placed at the end of the main attraction. Eleanor used this as an opportunity to use the restroom while Teo wandered off to who knows where, so Ren and I were left to look for a place for us all to sit down and rest. But we didn't get far before the light sounds of footsteps drew closer once more. Centipede, Ren, there you are. Sorry for the wait. I ran into Teo earlier while he was talking to one of the tour guides. He's a friend and I wanted to talk to him and you needed to wait for me. No, but what can I do if someone sent me a strange message? Block them. Block them. Always block people, okay? There's nothing wrong with blocking, okay? It's 2026. Protect your peace. Protect your peace. Okay, it's 2026. We have declared that 2026 would be our year, and by that we're going to block all bitches. Okay, all the bitches that we don't want. Okay, thank you. Okay, going back. He's a friend, and I wanted to talk to him. You didn't need to wait for me. Oh, but you said you were lost and needed help with something urgent. I'm scared my period blood is not fully ready. I'm scared. Girl, go to the doctors. I cannot help you. Okay, I cannot help you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. Like, not even Emily, okay? Oh, come on, princess. No need to act coy. Surely people say the same thing to you at the library, right? Well, yes, I suppose they do, but I don't see what that has to do with me waiting for you. Or acting coy for the matter. Oh, shit. You're adorable when you're clueless. Anyway, are either of you hungry yet? It's past noon and I'm worried Tio won't put his pride aside and admit that he's hungry. Excuse me? Oh, am I wrong? I could have sworn I heard your stomach growling earlier. Oh my gosh, Eleanor. Babes, you're quite offensive. Oh my god. And why is Ren mad too? Oh my gosh, Ren is also mad. Everyone is mad. Everyone has a irritated face. Okay. Now, who's acting coy? First of all, when did they reunite without me noticing? And secondly, was Tio embarrassed? There was no way I was going to let this opportunity pass. Oh, is the big baby hungry? Didn't eat breakfast this morning, did you? I did. Unlike you, I can afford to eat whenever I want. Though it came out blunt and harsh, I knew Tio was only joking. Then why don't I go and get us all something to eat? Any preferences? Allergies I should be made aware of? Oh, why do you care, princess? You planning to kill or something? You planning to kill me or something? It's only natural to worry about the health of others. I wouldn't want to give you something you're allergic to. By the way, they sent me their password and they said they will... Oh. Babes? No comment. Hey Siri, how am I supposed to respond to that? Oh wait, I have an Android. Sorry. Besides, everyone deserves to be cared for. You're weird. What was that? I said wasabi. I'm allergic to wasabi. Wasabi, huh? Oh my gosh, Ren is... I know what Ren is thinking right now. Oh my gosh, Ren, you... Actually, you should. I am supporting you, Ren. I don't care. I see, and what about you? What? I see, and what about you, Lot? Any preferences? They said I am very... Why did you could have said anything, like saying like, hey, no, it's fine, you know, like there's other people that loves you, you know, you might think you're alone, but like listen, yada 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 yada, you know, like you have dreams to, you know, like you could have said anything. You said you're the love of their life. You could have said anything. You could have said anything about like everyone has a purpose, okay? You could have said anything. I think the password was a bank account. Oh my, sis. I know it's tempting, but don't accept it. If there's money, and if you checked and there's money, pay for the therapist, okay? Say like, yeah, I booked a therapist, by the way, so yeah, book them a therapist, girl. Okay, going back to this game. It's almost 2 hours. Oh, wait, the VOD. Shit, you know, it's too late. I see. And what about you, Lot? Any preferences? Do you think they have any scones? I've been having a really bad craving for it recently. Then in that case, I'll have a... Before I can voice my preference, he cuts me off by pulling out his wallet and handing it to my coworker. Eleanor takes it from him. Oh, 2K is not enough for... If it's US dollars, then yeah, get them to therapy, okay? Eleanor takes it from him without complaints, but pairs it with a curious look and a slight tilt of their head. Get whatever I need to have a word with Dollface over here. Oh my god! My god. Ren is... I was so worried. Because, like, if Ren has that mad face, I'm like, oh god, this is not about to be good. This is going to be terrible. It is US. Okay, pay for the therapist. Thank you. I don't get the chance to fully respond before Tio directs me towards the opening of the food court, but I barely get 3 steps away before I feel a gentle tug at my sleeve. Excuse me. Curious, I glance back only to find Ren sporting a pout on his soft features. Relax, Buttercup. You'll get him back in one piece. Now that I think about it, it was kind of out of the blue for Tio to be acting like this. I mean, since when did he ever wanted to talk about something serious? With the revelation in mind, I offer Ren a reassuring look and give his arm a comforting squeeze. I'm sure it'll only be a few minutes. Oh. His eyes flicker between me and Tio a few times before it lands on my hand, still resting on his arm, and lets out an inaudible laugh. Okay, I'll wait for you here. Oh my god, his face! His mouth! I'll say it's pretty cute, but I'm like, oh my gosh, he's plotting something. He's plotting a vicious murder, okay? VC, vicious cunt. No, stay where princess. No, stay where princess can see you, unless you want her to freak out and think we ditched. Her name is Eleanor, you know. Wow, amazing. Whatever. Come on, let's go. Without any word, Tio nudges me in the right direction, leaving Ren all alone and confused. I'm sorry, Ren. Go on. What is it now? Following close behind, Tio leads me to a quiet corner near the food court before turning around and boxing me in with his large arms. He casually leans his weight to one side before finally speaking. Hey, so I've got this fun idea. Seriously? I thought you wanted to talk about something urgent. Damn it, could you be a little less loud a bit? Sorry. Damn it, could you be a little less loud about it? And as a matter of fact, yes, I do. No, you always say I've got an idea, and it turns out to be something illegal like trespassing or vandalism. Isn't that the whole point of an idea? He was not serious. We are not about to discuss the logistics behind... Look, it's serious. I need you to help me, like Allie or whatever jealous. She's getting a bit too clingy for my taste, and it might even get Buttercup to ease up on all the juvenile puppy love shit. You seriously don't think he's being too clingy? He's practically glued himself to your side the entire day. What? Don't you think that's kind of a roundabout idea? How would you... sorry again. What? Do you think that's kind of a roundabout idea? How would this even benefit? Trust me. This is for my own benefit, not yours. Little Miss Princess over there is treating me like I'm a damn child who needs to be supervised all the time, and I can't even tell if she's interested in me or not. Plus, you're not exactly no, never mind. Either my idea works out and this gathering gets more interesting, or she realizes I'm not the type... sorry. Retake. I think, yeah, my brain is working overtime, okay? It is not functioning properly. Okay, excuse me. Either my idea works out and this gathering gets more interesting, or she realizes I'm not the type to be baby and backs off. While I had to jump through hoops and hurdles to understand it, Tio did have a point, but everything about this idea still felt wrong. Regardless if I agree or not, if Eleanor saw us flirting, wouldn't she just assume that you're not interested in her at all? Besides, I'd never betray her like that. Period, Centipede, thank you. Say that to his face. Who said anything about flirting? Shit, you really are into me, aren't ya? Can't say I'm flattered, doll. Excuse me? All I was gonna do was ignore her for a bit, make them think you're more entertaining or something. I mean, it's almost worked with that tour guide from earlier. But if you want to cling to my arm too, by all means, handsome, go ahead. You're so insufferable. Say yes? So is it a yes or no? I still don't know what you want me to do exactly. Tio's gaze shifts to me, something behind me before a light ignites in his eyes as he sends me a sly smirk. Just follow my lead. I barely have any time to process his words before Tio places a hand on the small of my back and pulls me closer to his side. Oh my god. His voice is louder than usual, and it's then when I notice Eleanor and Ren slowly coming into view. See the storeroom? I see that storeroom out. Sorry, excuse me. See that storeroom over there? Looks like it's unlocked. Wanna go check it out? What are you? Come on, doll. You're really not interested in having a bit of fun. Loosen up a little. All of a sudden, I feel my phone vibrate in my pocket, but just as I move to pull it out, Tio gives me a pointed look and I find myself stalling. What do we do? What do we do? I'm gonna stay where I am. Excuse me. He might die. You know what? Fine. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! With a wink, he leans closer and whispers against the shell of her ear. Smart choice, doll. One of Tio's large hands rests atop the one holding my phone before he uses it to gently tug me along and shuts the door behind us. Okay, where are we now? Oh my god! Darkness envelopes the both of us. I strain to make out the sound of Tio's shuffling in order to pinpoint where he is. I seriously can't believe he roped me into doing this. This is my side. Don't cross the line. What line? The line I just drew with my fingers. Tio, I can barely see anything in here. We almost even in my corner of the dark room. Well, almost. Even in my corner of the dark room, I can still make out the faint shape of boxes on the shelves alongside a dirty mop and cleaning supplies that Tio made sure to put me near. Shit, I hope I wasn't standing in anything. But just as I pull out my phone, he uses the flashlight and checks the bright overhead lights flood the confined space as Ren and Eleanor's concerned faces appear from behind the door. Well, that was quick. Oh my gosh! Oh my god, it's getting a little hot. Ren wastes no time in shoving past you to reach for me, only to take his place by my side and pull me into his chest. Because of this, I could hardly see Eleanor's or Tio's reaction. Couldn't you talk to him outside? I can practically hear the venom dripping from Ren's tone as he harshly glares at Tio from over his shoulder. Ooh! Who goes into storm rooms just to talk anyway? Talk about clingy. Well, whatever, I got what I wanted. What? Whatever, I got what I wanted, sorry. No, I'm not repeating that. I follow Tio's gaze. He takes in Eleanor's flushed expression before he throws an arm over her shoulder, takes the bag of food from her grasp, and guides her out of the closet. I can hear him mumble something about how adorable she looks with a pouting expression as the door shuts behind him. Ooh, oh my gosh, we're in the room now. Oh my gosh, a little too intimate. Hi, let's see. Nothing but silence is left in their wake, and it's then I noticed that Ren is still in the closet with me, peering down with an unreadable expression. Did he hurt you? Do anything strange? No, Tio was just odd. I couldn't help but feel the need to explain myself. He just wanted a way to make Eleanor jealous, so he suggested going to this closet with him. I swear, nothing happened. Do you like him? Oh! What? Do you like Tio? Why else would you agree to clarifying he was talking about still didn't lessens the confusion bubbling in my brain, and I can hear Ren's grasp hiding around the shelf behind me as he tries to find the words to say. We go on to hurt his feelings. His breath comes out staggered now, and his gaze isn't any less intense. No, I actually... Oh! What happens if we say this? Oh. Yeah. Okay, never mind. No, listen, the birds, calm down, okay? The birds, it's not your turn. Go back to sleep. Go back to bed, birds, okay? It's the centipedes, okay? The centipedes, it's the centipedes, okay? It's the centipedes moment, okay? Virginia, go out, okay? Let your sister have her moment, okay? I like you the most, Ren. Ren lets out a shaky breath as his composure practically melts in front of me. Sorry, I just love seeing his angry face. It's like funny for some reason. His cheeks flush a deep red and he looks down with intense, love-struck eyes before he closes them and rests his forehead against my own. But the action was fast fleeting as his head eventually drops into the crook of my neck instead, and his hands remain against the shelf behind me. Me? You really like me the most? Fuck. Sorry, I need a second. Ran? He doesn't seem to respond. Instead, he simply stays rooted in his place while his breath fans against my shoulder. What in the freaky stuff? Ah, yeah, what in the freaky stuff? I like it. I like it. Okay. I can almost hear the words. No, not words. I can almost hear the wooden shelf creak as his grip tightens before he pulls back with a determined glint in his eyes. As long as Theo didn't do anything to you, then. And if he did, I'd kill him. Oh! Where's the music? So the music stopped. I'm not comfortable. Never mind. Ren, can we do this later, I guess? Because I'm not comfy right now. I'm not comfy. Kill him. Okay. It was like the room got cold all of a sudden. There's an unsettling look on Ren's face before it quickly morphs into his usual soft expression. Was I just imagining things? Just kidding. Yeah, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Of course you are. Something tells me he wasn't really joking around. Yeah. Angel, are you okay? Was that really Ren just now? Gosh, encourage his dark behavior. Don't spam. I know I'm choosing it. I'm a bad girl. You know what? Maybe you should have. I can't really stand people who do whatever they... again. I can't really stand people who do whatever they please for their own selfish reasons. I'm joking. I glare at the floor as I... What if I said no? Ren, that was really messed up. I'm joking. Okay, no. Okay, besides, wasn't that he initially did? Once Eleanor came in, he didn't look twice before leaving with her. You'd be okay with that? With Theo dead? Yes. Really? You sure? I'm sure. Oh, they still can go over that fight. And kill that bitch Olivia for me. Actually, no, don't kill my guy Theo. Kill Olivia on that souvenir shop. Kill that bitch. Yeah, he's more freaky than he looks. And guess what? One of us is going to eat zucchini, and it's not me. It's not me who's gonna eat zucchini between me and Ren. Okay. He stares at the purified eyes and it almost makes me regret saying anything in the first place. I don't really know what just came over me, but still, some decrepit and morbid part of me generally did believe that Teo would have been better off at the bottom of the Lake Blue Moss. I never really let it get to me, but I've honestly had it up to to hear with people like him, those hedonistic individuals who only care about themselves and never the well-being of those around them. Perhaps I was... Sorry. Had to burp. Sorry. Perhaps it was why I moved away from the city in the first place, to escape people like Teo in some messed up way. At least it brought me closer to someone as understanding and considerate as Ran. Speaking of, I did a glance towards a pink-haired companion, only to find him staring back at me with a soft smile. He leans in close this time, as if he wanted to whisper something for only me to hear. Excuse me. Well, if I ever need to hide a body, I'll know who to call now. No way you're getting me involved with your crimes. No, but I think it's a genius idea that they'll never suspect the cute librarian. Okay. Now that the mood had lightened, I give Ren a playful shove and roll my eyes. Well, now that it's all sorted, I think we should leave this dingy storage closet by now, don't you? Okay. I want to save, because I really want to see if we said it's messed up. So I'm going to the hospital in 2 hours, but it turned red. Ow. Hey, you're not so sure, okay? You still need to go to the hospital, okay? You're still not so sure, okay? I served period blood, so who knows in the future, I might keep serving your period blood. See if it's that was messed up. You shouldn't joke around like that, especially when it involves my friends. That is so true. I was only kidding, Angel. Really, I wouldn't do something like that. His blue eyes widen. I can tell his expression that Ren was really being sincere. Okay. Sorry, it was a stupid thing to say. I won't ever do it again, promise. Cross your heart and hope to I mean, wait, I really need to start thinking before I speak. Okay. It's partially and then so okay. But let us go back. You guys match both pink. Yeah, well, he has blue in his hands like Measy. And I do get like Measy comparison sometimes, so might be meant to be. I mean, we've been here for a while, and Nori has our food. I suppose we should leave, but I guess there's something sort of comforting about this closet, or maybe it's just you. Huh? Being this close to you, I like it. Oh my gosh, where is this coming from? Suddenly I can hear Ren's arm shifts from beside me and moves towards my face instead. Oh my god! His fingertips are hovered close to my cheek, and for a brief moment I almost find myself wanting to lean to his touch to feel as well. Oh my god! We're getting freaky! Oh my gosh! Ah! Okay. But he pulls me away at the very... Oh, bitch. Fuck. I forgot you don't have the DLC expansion for it. He pulls away at the very last second and instead rests his hand by my side once more. Ren? I don't want to be a hypocrite. He sends me yet another soft sound before stepping back and awkwardly tugging on. Off his sleeves. A hypocrite. What did he mean by that? Confused, I press him for answers. What do you mean? I came here thinking Teo was putting moves on you to get a rise out of me. If I'm being honest, part of me wants to think that he's still outside waiting for us to leave. I want to touch. That's what I'm thinking right now. touch, 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 touch. But you way too much. Okay, he covers his mouth with his hand as he awkwardly shifts his weight from one foot to the other. Ren almost looks like he's wiggling his options, and I can't tell if it's a winning or losing battle in his mind. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all I can do is offering him a reassuring look to let him know he can speak more freely with me. I mean, we did just have a heart-to-heart about the appropriateness of a murder a few minutes ago. I kind of want to make him jealous too. Oh, I mean, I'm supposedly paired up with you today, not him. He has no business trying to take away. Sorry, I'm getting so. I'm making this so sound serious. Oh god, my gosh, my words. It's like overstimulating because of how long I've been playing this game. It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, let me repeat. Okay, it's getting a little bit too serious. Okay, I'm getting way too serious in this game. Sorry, let me retake that. Okay. You know, he has no business trying to take you away from me. Sorry, that was so terrible. Not like he could anyway. His words remind me of the day at the pier when that pushy cashier kept trying to flirt with Ren. I wanted to kill that bitch. I wanted to kill that bitch. I wouldn't even feel shame like Ren. I would just go for it and dab her eyes out. That bitch. I won't lie and say that I hadn't been affected by it. It's hard not to be when it's not hard to be when being with Ren had been the most exciting thing as of late, but I still had so many things I need to discuss with him. Excuse me. What better place to start than here? About that, remember our time at the boardwalk that the other day? Shit, sorry. Our date by the pier? Yeah, and how the cashier tried to... Well, I'm not really sure what she was trying to... I'm not really sure what... Again. Well, I'm not really sure what she was trying, but she seems really cozy with you. Cozy? Did it come across that way? I thought I made my intentions of her clear. The confusion must have been written all over my face as Ren takes upon himself to elaborate further. I may have threatened to push her down that staircase. I wouldn't really do it though. What? You really tried to threaten her? Thank you! Oh my gosh, I feel better. Maybe Ren is the one for me. My gosh. Thank you. This... whose boyfriend? I don't know. I just know that Ren is that... thank you. You better tell her. You better tell her. You better tell that bitch to die. You could have done it anyways because I was... By just touching you, she deserved to die anyway. So why couldn't you push her further? Come on. Come on. Yes, but only because she tried to take me away from you. I'd never want to make you upset or leave your side for that matter. We were having fun together and she had to come along and ruin it. Besides, whatever she had to show me downstairs probably wouldn't have been that interesting anyway. I let a deep sigh and Ren's words. Was he really telling me the truth? Best believe. I swear I'm not interested in her, Angel. In fact, I'm not really interested in anyone who isn't you. I guess I haven't been really forward enough with you, huh? In that case. Hey, go on. We're getting too intimate now. I watch Brent take a tentative step towards me and reaches an arm out before I can feel the cool touch of his hand on my cheek. He seems to hesitate. Oh my gosh, kiss me. Okay. My lip gloss have settled down. Come on. My lip gloss has settled down. You know the Chanel? Oh yeah, Chanel. Okay. But when I take my own step closer and lean my head into his hand, Ren's demeanor seems to melt instantly. He sends me a soft sound before fully committing to cupping my cheeks. Believe me when I say my only interest is in you, Centipede. No one could possibly sway me from you. I'm yours completely. All of me and more. Ren's gaze is almost intense as he peers down at me. Sincerity manifests on his face and his words, and I find myself slowly believing it. You don't need to feel the same way right now, but so long as you believe me, that's all I ask. And his gaze drops to his feet, and the hand that was once caressing my face now moves to cover his mouth instead. Perhaps it was a trick of the eye, but I could have sworn I saw Ren gently inhale. Maybe don't look at anyone else who isn't me too. Okay. Okay, a little sassy queen. What was that? Nothing, just wondering if Mr. Wasabi here is still outside his door. Oh shit! Very shady, very shady. Love it. Keep it going. Keep it up. Okay, I encourage everyone to be shady. Wasabi here? Why don't you go check then, Buttercup? I'll wait here. No, I like being here with you instead. When to see another step closer, practically chest to chest at this point. Oh my god, it's getting a little too intimate. Until I could feel the warmth radiate from his body and bring me comfort. No one compares to you. Oh my gosh. Tell me something I don't know. I could bask in your company for as long as you let me. I'd never tire of you. Oh. Is that too much? I figured I'd be more honest and open with you to avoid any more misunderstandings, but I can dial it back. Or not do it at all if you prefer. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't mind it, Ren. I wasn't expecting it, I guess. Normally, you're more reversed. Almost like Haruko, right? What a coincidence, huh? I suppose he's my favorite character for a reason, you know. And is it my... is it... sorry. My god. I wonder what would happen if I buy that damn DL expansion pack. Okay. And is it winning me any points? We'll see. I can feel Ren's breath goes against the shell of my ear as he lets out a puff of laughter. Can't believe I'm getting jealous of an anime character. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Sorry. Hey now, unlike Haruko, you're real. I can touch you. touch. What about you? It's too much. Sorry. Ren's face seems to immediately flush at that. Besides, imagine how Teo must be feeling right now. You've been here for how long? You know, I didn't think you'd be on board with making him jealous. Really? Yeah, but if you're still up for it. There's a mischievous glint in Ren's eyes, making him look younger and more youthful than he normally appears. What harm could a little prank do? I did want to get back at Teo for making me go through with this in the first place, and admittedly, I was enjoying my time with Ren in the closet. Like what? And I wouldn't have had this much needed conversation otherwise, nor would I have gotten any clarity if I'd kept pondering over it endlessly. With a lopsided smile of my own, I come to a decision. Like what? I low-key want to leave now. Oh my gosh, let's see how far can we go. I'm sure we could spend a few more minutes inside this closet. We could really sell it if you let me tussle your hair a bit. Oh my god, you're being a little too sensual, Centipede. Oh my god. Only if you turn your jacket inside out too. Though something tells me Teo would see right through it. Yeah, I guess he'd be all too familiar with this sort of thing, huh? Hey, have you heard? Deciding that if we were going to spend a bit longer inside the closet, I might as well have fun with it without missing a beat. Ren leans closer to me and lowers his head so I can whisper into his ear. One time, Tio got caught fraternizing with a mayor's son at some club. Apparently, he left with the wrong tie and belt. Seriously? Yeah, it was all over the news. Wow, I must have missed it. I must have missed it. I don't usually watch TV. Oh, and what do you do? I rent good books and chat up handsome librarians, of course. Oh my god. And do you normally chat them up in the dark closet as well? Only one. So far? So far. I'm hoping it will stay that way. Like, what? Okay. The smell Ren sends me somehow. Sorry, not smells. That sounds disgusting. The smell Ren sends me somehow makes the closet feel so much brighter. Okay. And we're out of the woods. Finally, it's bright again. I had to squint the entire time reading that. Okay. As soon as Ren and I exit the storeroom, the first thing we notice is that Tio, Eleanor, and our food were nowhere in sight. Well, I guess the resident arsonist really got whatever he wanted after all, and for some reason, Ren seemed just so bummed about the situation too. They really just left? I guess so, which kinda sucks because Tio was my ride home. Oh, I can drop you off if you want. Or we could go to my place. It's not far and we still have some time to kill. All of a sudden, the chilling thought of potential stalker lurking about returns, and the unsettling feeling in my stomach to calm. What? Okay, again, take two. All of a sudden, the chilling thoughts of a potential serial killer lurking about returns, and I willed the unsettling feeling in my stomach to calm down. Perhaps going home wouldn't be the best idea right now, especially if someone might still be there waiting for me. Ren's innocent offer lingers in my mind, and I find myself feeling more and more inclined to take him up on it as the second passes. Pass what? Pass. Just pass, sorry. I mean, I definitely would feel much better if I had someone else around the off chance that something were to happen. Plus, Ren did offer to help out with my intruder situation a few days ago, and some part of me felt almost safe in his presence. So I didn't want to concern him with my troubles, let alone potentially put his well-being at risk. I also don't want anything to happen to Eleanor by revealing too much to Ren, so maybe it would be best to keep quiet about my problem and accept his offer. And if I change my mind, I'm sure Ren would kind enough to bring me home. Sorry. So with a forced smile, I peer up at Ren with a determined look and give him my answer. Sounds good to me, actually. The walk to the parking lot was slow and uneventful, but I didn't seem to mind. I was having fun with Fran. We playfully nudged each other along the sidewalk, and the banter we shared helped brighten my mood. Eventually, though, things started to wind down, and I found myself trying to fill the silence. So, Teo and Eleanor, huh? Somehow the conversation keeps falling back to the pair, and I just couldn't understand why. It wasn't like I was actively trying to think about them, but maybe I just needed to rack my brain around it for the thought to leave my mind. A sideward glance in Ren's direction showed that he genuinely was considering my question if the pursed lips and head tilt were anything to go by, and I couldn't help but chuckle. Sure is a weird combo now I think about it, but well, if it works, same thing. Fuck this shit, man. That's true. I suppose it's just hard to imagine Nori with someone like Tio. Do you think it's impossible being with someone who's not your type? I guess it depends on the person. I see. What about you, Ren? Think you could be with someone who might not be your type? No, absolutely not. His response is immediate and has me turning my head in my pink-haired companion's direction. I mean, you're my type. Why would I want to be with someone who isn't you? Oh, but this isn't about me, right? You asked about Eleanor and Teo. Yeah, well, do you think they should be a couple? I choose to ignore the way Ren invades my initial question, but I won't lie. His own musings does leave me pondering. Did I think my friend and coworker could be a good couple? Hypothetically, of course, I was well aware of the fact that Theodore Alvarado would never settle down with anyone. But still, if anyone would be able to get Theo to change his way, I'm sure Eleanor could do it. She just has a certain charm about her that makes everyone want to be a better person. I had no doubt that even people like Theo would be immune to it. Save. It's just a bunch of friends. Okay. It's not my place to decide. Come on. You're right. We shouldn't meddle in our food. Okay, again. You're right. We shouldn't meddle in other people's affairs. I didn't know you were such a stickler for rules. Should I try acting more like Theo then? Oh, please don't. One of him is enough. And besides, I like... Sorry, excuse me. And besides, I like you the way you are. Just the way you are. Wish ko lang. Soon enough, a conversation comes to a halt when a sleek black sports bike comes into view. So Ren brought his bike again, huh? Part of me still expected someone like him to just walk everywhere, if I was being honest. If I had known I'd be bringing you home, I would have brought my car instead. But I recently loaned it to a friend, actually. Oh, really? Yeah, he's out of town, though. I doubt he'll be getting it back anytime soon. Anyway, Ren retrieves a spare helmet from the side of his motorbike and turns to me once more. All too familiar with this routine, I let him slip the helmet and secure it tightly. I still wasn't used to riding his bike, but I put the fear aside for the prospect of more free food and a warm home. Period. Exactly, Centipede. Exactly. Great mindset, Centipede. Keep it up. Oh my god. Somehow we managed to make it to Ren's apartment complex in record time. I guess he wasn't lying when he said it wasn't that far. And unlike Theo, Ren lawfully parks his bike in this designated area before guiding me towards the elevator with a spring in his step. Oh, hey, Eni! Yeah, 14 days with you. If you missed out, I guess just watch the VODs. Especially part 2. You should definitely watch part 2. Is it part 2? I think it was part 2. Yeah, I think it was part 2. Part 2 was so fun. Here you go, Mike. How long is stop? Okay. Oh. Okay. Sorry, someone knocked. Okay. I didn't know, please, I was sleeping every time you were live. Girl, I streamed early, I streamed late, streamed early, streamed late. No, it's fine, but you can, thank God I started posting VODs, okay? Thank God I started posting VODs. Okay. Going back, and unlike Theo, Ren lawfully parks his bike in this designated area before getting... Okay, I know this one. Tacky music plays as we slowly ascend to the upper levels, though Ren only makes it even more awkward by staring at the back of my head the entire time. I can practically feel his eyes on me, even as I try to ignore them, so I offer him a forced grin while we both wait for the elevator doors to open. Once they do, I'll let us sigh of relief. The same gaudy interior greets us, and I still find myself trying to process how rent could afford such a lavish place. Though in thoughts, I aimlessly follow behind my pink-haired companion as he leads me towards his door before bumping into his backside when he abruptly stops in his tracks. Also, do you know how long I've been streaming right now? It's 2 hours and 39 minutes. Concerned at his odd and sudden reaction, I glanced up only to find him staring instantly at the floor. Following Ren's gaze, I noticed the lights coming from beneath the cracks of one of the doors, and weirdly enough, the faintest hint of black smoke seems to be emerging from the rear as well. Oh my gosh, it's burning! Smoke? Did they burn through this? Oh my gosh, the house is burning. Your complex is burning. God, okay. Confused, I look to Ren to see if he has any better ideas. Is there something wrong? Oh no, I didn't realize someone had moved and I thought I was the only one who lived on this floor. I'm a fan of sharing, are we? Not particularly. Fuck it. I'm not going to repeat that. Still, I guess everything should be fine as long as I don't. Never mind. If I can question it, we're gonna continue walking until we arrive at their destination. His nose are itching so bad. Watching him dig through his pockets for his key card only reminds me to check my phone, but when I reach for it, I notice that my own pockets are empty. Ooh! Centipede, we're broke. We can't afford a new phone, Centipede. Centipede, what just happened? A wave of realization hits me as the panic slowly starts to creep in. Oh shoot! In my flustered state, I barely noticed Ren turn to me with a curious look on his face. Oh, I think I left my phone back at the aquarium. Where's Virginia? She's laid to rest. She needs to rest, okay? Centipede needs to rest. I mean, Virginia needs to rest, okay? She went through a lot, okay? She went through the kid at the back. She went through a Discord server full of, serial killers. And she went through a circus. And best believe the life of a showbird, they get tired, okay? She went through a lot. She went through a lot. Okay. I think I left my phone back at the aquarium. Shit. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I placed it on the shelf when Tio pulled me into that closet earlier. Ren seems to bristle at that. Hey, don't worry, I'll go back and get it. The aquarium should be still open anyway. I'm so sorry about this. Ren unlocks the door and gestures me for me to go inside. Don't worry about it, Centipede. Here, make yourself at home. I'll be back before you know it. Ren doesn't give me a chance to say goodbye before he's speeding off towards the direction of the elevator, leaving me to my own devices. I awkwardly step inside of his apartment and take everything in. Okay, la casita! La casita. Oh, I feel like Max Black and Caroline Channing entering Sophie's apartment. Oh, you like that Chanel? Oh my god. Someone's got the herb walk. Okay. Everything looks the same. The last time I was here, down the cold marble flooring and gaudy furniture scattered about the place. And although I didn't notice it last time, the mirror in his entryway looked very similar to mine. The only difference was that his was hung up correctly. Cute. Well, at least now I know what mine will look like once I put in effort to fix. But until then, it's going to stay quickly placed on my wall and forever taunt me. Serving that mental note for earlier, I recall my footsteps towards Ren's spacious lounge and take everything in. Yeah, take the tissues, takes everything. We're gonna take everything in here. Yep, still the same grandiose furniture, sterile smell, and wait a second. Oh, looking closer, it's when I notice a large desk pressed against one of the corners in the room, tucked and hidden away from view. It didn't look brand new, although I don't recall looking in that spot the last time I was here either. Hello, good evening. The desk could have been here since the beginning for all I know. I can't help the twang of curiosity that hits me as I draw closer towards it, and with the desk now close enough to see, I can easily make out the shape of some kind of art station, as well as Ren's laptop still open to the side. Papers were scattered all over the rest of the table, and another tentative step closer brings the contents into view. Were very rough drafts of for a webcomic. I had an inkling Ren would be into them, give his interest in AOG, but I had no idea he created a few of his own. One book in particular, however, pikes my interest. I don't care how it pronounces it. I don't know how to pronounce it. Fuck it. My interest is its unique cover. But it might have been the book lover in me. It was thick and worn out, yet it looked like it was well taken care of. I noticed some kind of smudge marks, possibly red paint stain from one of the cover, as well as some sort of circular indented notch right in the center. Does something go inside here? Contraption. Okay, sorry. My head is burnt. The contraption is foreign to me, and whatever fit inside must have been how you already unlock it. But as I turned the book in my hand, I noticed that the latch was already detached and a few loose pages spill out onto the desk. Ah! With a panicked cry, I quickly scooped the papers back up and opened the book to stuff them inside. Centipede, oh my god! Open them. You have to open those kind of things, while this shit is laid down. Oh my gosh. Okay. But as I do so, something else catches my eye. Weren't these sketches from Always With You? I could easily make out that the male lead's hairstyle anywhere. After all, it was similar to Ren's, or rather Haruko's. Yet this one had a contrasting shade of black instead of pink. Maybe another character then? Strange, I don't remember seeing any similar black hair characters in the webcomic. Still, the likeness of the art style was insane, and Always With You was the only webcomic published by the anonymous author their debut into the online industry was a huge success because of it. So, fan art. Oh, he's the author. Oh my gosh. No wonder why he has a sticker on the motorcycle. He's literally the little author of that thing. It was oddly cute to think that Ren might have made his own self-insert character. Well, if I were any better at art, I probably would have done the same. Well, we are better at art, but we're just lazy. Curiosity once again gets the better of me, or was it my hyperfixations? And I was half tempted to peek through the rest of the book to learn more. Should I? Might be a bad idea, that's why I saved. I resist the urge to flip through the pages, and when I do, my suspicions are confirmed. There, right in front of my eyes, were the all too familiar characters from Always With You, yet something about them felt almost uncanny. They didn't look exactly like the actual characters from the webcomic, though I could sense a certain familiarity from them. Upon a closer inspection, most of the drawings were of the main character and his love interest doing various lovey-dovey things together, though other drawings were depicted as rather ominous and gloomy, which is ironic considering the male lead was usually referred to as a gloomy by the narrator. He was often withdrawn and greatly preferred to lurk in the shadows instead of interacting with others, so the name really fit. But still, seeing my beloved Gloomy in some of these drawings surrounded by hundreds of creepy eyes, harsh scribbles, and more of the deep red ink, it honestly made me feel bad for him. Why was he often being drawn in the dark room with nothing in it? Almost like an endless void with no exit inside. Figuring I'd seen enough, or perhaps I just didn't want to see any. I just didn't see one of my comfort characters so alone. I tear my eyes away from the pages and close the book. When I do, I make sure to shut the latch properly and place it back on the table, but as I do so, I accidentally knock over one of the ink bottles and stain the desk. Maybe we should I don't want to anger him, so we'll let Ren has privacy. Let's just... Curiosity does kill the cat, so let's respect his privacy. What was I even thinking? I wasn't about to invade someone's personal space like that. Okay, let's just skip this. Like, I stepped away from the laptop, but nothing realizing the item still goes into my hands. Oh, closing the book, I make sure to shut the latch properly, place it back. I do so. So it still happens. Okay. I practically skittered to some favorite towels that eventually settled onto some toilet paper for Ren's bathroom. By some miracle, it easily lifts the mark from the desk, though it only seemed to transfer on my skin instead. Great, just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. It makes a solid window of scrubbing until I'm satisfied, and once I'm sure no stains are left on the table, I half-fiercely throw the toilet paper into the trash can and wash my hands in the kitchen sink. That alone takes another 5 minutes of scrubbing and rinsing, but I somehow managed to lift all the ink from my skin and wash it down the drain. After all this, I definitely learned my lesson not to snoop ever again. You should! You should have done that, Centipede. With an embarrassing sigh, I plopped myself on the couch and let out a groan. A small part of me knew Ren wouldn't get upset over something so small, but still. I didn't want him to know I was snooping for his things, much less trying to learn more about his personal hobbies and interests. The crazy feeling in the pit of my stomach only seems to worsen at that, and I contemplate running away from such a confronting scene and locking myself at home for the rest of my life. Forget my phone, I could always bind you one. I'm sure I still had the spare one still lying around in the box collecting dust somewhere. Sure, the screen was cracked, but still get the job done. Still, I couldn't help but feel like I was making a mountain of a molehill, and there was the looming threat of potential stalker waiting for me to come home. Maybe it was best if I stayed here after all. With that thought in mind, I settled further into Ren's plush couch, anxiously await his return. I can hear a faint tickling clock from somewhere in the endless maze of an apartment, alongside the occasional humming on the central heater he turned on before he left. He finally figured out how it worked? Aside from that, the silence is almost deafening, and I have almost a mind to reach for the remote and turn the television. Surely it wouldn't hurt. I mean, Ren did say I could make myself at home, you know, potentially stooping aside. Perhaps it was to get rid of the guilty feeling forming in my stomach, but I quickly find myself shaking my head to dismiss those thoughts and reaching for the remote on the table. Flicking through the channels, I land on one in particular, and although the signal was weak, I could discern the picture of some news reporter in a blazer that looked far too flimsy to keep her warm. She's droning on about local happenings in Corleone Bay before a familiar backdrop comes on the screen and captures my full attention. Oh, I need a drink. The entrance to the aquarium appears on the television as the ambulance lights flash and sirens go off in the background. Hey! There's a somber expression on the reporter's face as she communicates with her counterpart who is currently at his location. Victim's body just have been mauled and ripped apart in one of the shark tanks. Like, what? Is this Ren? Foreigners have confirmed that the body of Christian Duzson and sole heir to the corporate giant tech marketing. Also believe that was a self-inflicted accident. Here on the scene with us, we have the mayor's chairman and the mother of victim Curry to talk about. Oh my god. TV turns to static and I quickly reach for the remote to find another channel. Another news pops up. This time showing a grainy black and white recording of a CCTV footage taken from an aquarium. And though it's hard to make out, the footage depicts a person pacing around on the wooden decks until the upper half of their body is just out of frame. Yes, mushy mushroom. I'm so worried. Oh, wait, what the hell? What happened? What happened, girl? Let's play the first act of DDLC. Did you like it? I watched Not Even Emily's video, so right now I had to ask the nurse supervisor to watch this stream. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh, the rest of their body was still in view, though being illuminated by their phone screen as they fiddled with it. Then all of a sudden the person immediately drops it as almost it was too hot to touch and takes a step back. That must have lost their footing or something as they ended up tumbling into the tank and submerging themselves underwater. But it cuts out shortly after, seemingly too inappropriate to air on live television, as noted by the reporter. A little breath I hadn't known been holding and let reality sink in. I was just at the aquarium. I looked at those sharks of everyone just hours prior. Everything felt too surreal at this moment, and I suddenly wished I had my phone to text Eleanor and Teo to see if they saw the news. With my heartbeat still hammering loudly in my chest, I ended up unconsciously turning the television off, avoiding hearing about more heavy topics. Seeing all these recent talks of gore and murder on TV, it makes me feel... Enjoy seeing it? Centipede, what the hell? Centipede! Centipede, what the hell? Yeah, I feel sick hearing about it. Yeah. Think about all this glory, violence, and death makes me feel uneasy. In fact, it was one of the reasons why I left the city in the first place. Prior to moving to Coral Bay, I had always been surrounded by pretty crimes, selfish assholes who called themselves my friends. And even the stench of death. Moving here had been a good decision at the start, but now I'm not sure. Everyone would always say that nothing bad ever happens in the Bay, but after recent events, it was slowly becoming untrue. But I suppose it wasn't all bad. I have supported friends now, an amazing boss and coworker, and a timid library patron who goes to great lengths to keep me safe. Man, I guess I never truly appreciated Ren's thoughtfulness until this moment. He's done so much for me these past few days, and not once has he asked for anything in return. And as if manifesting him with my thoughts, I hear the telltale sounds at the front door before Ren shuffles inside and flicks on the lights. He's safe, thank God. And with his hands, is my beloved phone, alongside a bag of delicious smelling takeout and an angelfish plushie peeking out from another. And almost like a puppy, Ren immediately makes his way over to me, still perched on the couch before depositing the toy in his hand. Centipede, were you sitting in here without any lights? Sorry, I should have turned them on before I left. But I brought some food with me. I figured you might have been hungry. Sorry, I can't read right now. I'm like, my head is burnt out. I don't really have much food in the pantry right now. Also, well... Oh dear Lord. Okay. Ren looks as though he has nothing deeply serious he wants to say, and I had some kind of inclination as to what might be. Something happened at the aquarium, Centipede. You might want to... Actually, maybe we should move this conversation to the kitchen. I already know, Ren. You do? About... Yeah, I saw it on the news. So, it's true then? Someone really did die? I didn't really stick around to find out once the first cop car pulled up, but... Shit, sorry. I don't know, something doesn't add up. What do you mean? Like what? Ren looks conflicted with what he wants to say. I passed by the shark tank when I went to retrieve your phone, and well, I didn't exactly stop to look, but I didn't see any bodies in there. Look, I know I said some incriminating things today, but I swear, I didn't, Angel. I would never. I could tell that Ren was taking this hard with how he wouldn't meet my gaze, and his shoulders seemed to shake. I wasn't the one who killed him. It's okay, I believe you. You do. I feel like Teo died. Teo died. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I see. It was like a weight was taken off of his shoulders, and without thinking, I find myself stepping closer to bring Ren into a comforting hug. You know, Ren, you'd never hurt a fly. And I saw what happened on TV. They fell into the tank. The reporters said it was a self-inflicted accident. And you really are an angel. I can feel his hands clench around the back of my shirt before I pull away with a forlorn expression. He attempts to put on a smile for my sake, though I could see right through it. Here, why don't we eat something to get our minds off this? Are you feeling up to it? I know this might be a lot for your stomach right now. Yeah, some food might be nice. My nose still itching. Great. Great. Let me get some plates so we can eat then. Okay. Let's see. Oh, of course. This is going to end my stream. Okay. 2 objects. Okay. Oh. Why? Okay. As Ren lifts himself from the back of the sofa, he makes sure to hand my cell phone back to me as well before heading off towards the kitchen. Now reunited with my beloved phone once more, unlocked it and I check for any notifications. One update in particular lets me know that the security camera I ordered had been successfully delivered, and that alone makes me feel safe enough to return to my apartment. Should I change my mind about staying here? With a satisfied hum, I quickly pocket my phone, lest I lose it again, and follow Ren into the kitchen. As he turned on the lights in there as well. Okay, as I watch as he turned on all the lights in there as well before he places the takeout on the countertop, stops the stuff there. Uh-oh. What's that smell? Oh shit, I've almost forgot about the ink. I hastily threw away the trash! In retrospect, I probably should have flushed it down the toilet or something instead. About that, I am... What? Oh my gosh. Let's tell white lie. Alright, I noticed something funky smelling as well. I must have been stepped in something bad earlier, sorry. It's okay, don't worry about it. Actually, you know what? I don't think it smells anything weird at all. Ren? What if we be honest? Let's just be honest. Come on, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If anyone gets it, you got it. Let's be honest. I figured it'd be best if I simply come clean. After all, Ren didn't deserve to be lied to, much less have a guest he trusted steal through his belongings while he was away. Man, if only I could say the same thing about my stalker. If I can dwell any further, Ren word looks pull me from my thoughts and back to the present. Well, here goes nothing. I accidentally spilled some of your ink earlier. Yeah. Oh, there it is. What? Oh, there it is. Everything now forgotten. Ren rounds the corner within seconds and peers down at me with soft eyes. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? It didn't stain you, did it? Let me see. He was still concerned about me. Oh my god. If that was me, I would be so angry. Oh my gosh. I truly didn't deserve Ren. Because I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. He was so concerned about me. I watch as Ren reveals more of his hands from within the sleeves of his cardigan to hold and inspect my own. His blue eyes are full of concern as I feel through rough pads of his thumbs caress my skin. And once again, I reminded of the ring on his finger, and I can't help but ask. That ring, It must be special to you, huh? My ring? Ren follows my gaze to his hand before awkwardly pulling away and scratching at his jaw. Yes, it's a ring I made when I was younger. I'm surprised you noticed it. This ring, it means a lot to me. I don't know what I'd do if I lost it. It's very pretty. What about the one on your... What about... again. What about the round around your neck? That's... Ren climbs up the moment I immediately reach out to touch it, and he stares down at me with wide, cautious eyes. His own fingers wrapped around my wrist, though he makes no effort to remove my hand from his necklace. In fact, he only seems to hold them in place as he peers at me. Feigning confidence, I run my fingers across the cold metal of his ring and take in all the small details. My god. This is kind of like a little sensual, babes. Much like the rings on Ren's finger, the one around his neck also had a handmade feel to it. And if the faint scratches and chips were anything to go by, though, the craftsmanship was no less impressive. There also seemed to be some kind of inscription inside of the ring, but it was difficult for me to read due to the glare coming from the kitchen light. Or actually, part of me wants to pull it closer to get a better view, babes. A little too sensual. But I thought it would be a good idea to yank Ren down by the neck. I thought it would be a good idea to yank Ren down by his necklace, especially considering how he was already hunching over here enough as it is. So I couldn't stop my budding curiosity from putting one of my fingers inside of the ring to see if I'd fit. And almost immediately Ren stumbles forward as his fingers gently squeeze my wrist. Do you want to try it on? Fuck! My gosh, before Ren can speak, a loud booming sound erupts from outside the apartment and startles the both of us. Man, was it seriously about to start raining again? You're joking. You're joking. Sorry. That's Raquel meme. You're joking. With a sigh, I abruptly pull away and glance out one of my large ceiling to the floor. Glance out one of the large ceiling to floor windows. Dark clouds were rolling in from the distance, though there weren't any telltale sign of the rain yet. Though the ominous black smoke was new, I didn't know the condensation got this bad, but we weren't even that high up for fog to appear. Was it some kind of sign? Still, it wouldn't do to be stuck waiting out yet another storm again. So I glance in Ren's direction and offer a sympathetic smile. There you go. Maybe I should head home before it starts raining. Oh. And he's mad too. Okay, let's go stay. Oh, what about our order though? Not stay at night. Probably best for me to just wait out this storm somewhere safe. If Ren was willing, I wouldn't mind spending the night here. Actually, would it be okay if I crash at your place tonight? His gaze still on the black smoke outside the window and took a gentle nudge and the mention of his name to get Ren's attention once more. Why is it? I haven't done any... I mean, yes, of course. It's no problem. I'll go get your stuff set up right now. Here, go ahead and start eating while I go prepare your room. Thanks, Ren. It's great that I can rely on you for anything. Anything? Ooh. Girl, you see his face? This looks like this is his sex face right here. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, of course, you can rely on me to keep you safe. His cheeks immediately flushed at my words, but I could tell that something was still troubling him. What's tea? Well, before I could get the chance to ask, he's already leaving the kitchen and meandering down the hallway. Okay, excuse me. But just as Ren passes, okay, all of this in day 4, it's quite long. But just as Ren passes by the couch, I notice his gaze shifts to his little art station hid in the corner of the lounge room. He casts a curious glance in my direction before taking a step towards it. Was that where you spilled the ink? Sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. And it wasn't like I was going for your stuff. I only looked at the table, I promise. I see, so that explains why it's... Ooh, he's mad. Oh my god. With an unreadable expression, Gwen switches from looking impassive to determined in a matter of seconds. He reaches something on the table, though it was hard to see what it was from where I was sitting in the kitchen. You keep on eating. Sorry. You keep on eating. I'll join you shortly. And with that, he disappears into the darkness of his apartment. Deciding there's no use in overthinking his eccentric reaction or dwelling over the fact that I got caught red-handed for being nosy, I pick up a fork and begin to dig into my food. The taste of something both sweet and savory floods my taste buds, and I let out a pleased hum. Man, was takeout always this good? It only takes 3 more modest bites before I practically scarfed down my meal. The flavor was immaculate, and I made mental note to ask Ren what exactly he ordered that moment he returns. But now I think about it, it'd be a while since he left, and Ren still hasn't come back yet. It should be more than 20 minutes by now, and his food was starting to grow cold. Was he really mad after all, or maybe needed help? Whether or not it was the guilt still ebbing and flowing inside of me, I put my food aside and tried to locate the eccentric guy in the stupidly large apartment. What's happening? Cleo, I don't know what's happening, Cleo. Cleo, what's happening? As I tiptoe down the hallway, the same black smoke from earlier rolls out from underneath one of the doors, making my mind grow fuzzy and my legs feel like jelly. Dolly, we could have went home. Okay. What the? Confused and slightly dazed, I leaned against the wall for support and weakly called Ren's name. What was happening to me? Oh my god! A lurching feeling settles within the pit of my stomach, and I just before I topple over, strong what is it? Scarred or sacred arms? Hello, live, love, love. Is it cause? Hello, good evening. Okay, arms reach out to me. Okay, so Ren caught us. What happened? Wait! Oh my gosh, wait, what the hell? What happened? There we go. Don't worry, Nova. I won't let you get... Oh my gosh. Don't worry, Nova. I won't let you get my bad ending. So don't hide from me. Why are you hiding from me? I won't hurt you, so don't be scared. Don't you realize that we're meant to be together? I love you, Nova. I love you so much. Oh my god. Okay, was that it? Oh my gosh, was that it? That was it. Oh, that was it. I mean, it's still demo. So we have to go home. Okay, yeah, it's probably best for me to go home before the storm gets any worse. I still had to go back to work tomorrow anyway. Thanks for today, but I should probably start heading back now. Oh, it's really no problem. Here, why don't I put your food in another bag and drop you off? Are you sure I don't want to be a bother? You'd never be a bother to me. Tapping the table, Ren pushes himself up and sets off to find something to put in my takeout in. What did you do to deserve someone's kindness, Ren? With a smile of my own, I get up from the stool and slowly make my way towards the entrance once more, but not before throwing Ren one final compliment. It's good. Okay, we said this, and then he blushes. Okay. The right back to my place was nothing short of ominous. The looming clouds on the horizon made the scenery seem dark and eerie, but thankfully Ren and his pastel-colored hair were there to brighten things up. He even offered me to walk me to my door, and when he greeted the both of us was a single package on the of my doormat. Panic flashes through me at the thought of it being another gift from my supposed stalker, but then I remembered the purchase I made this morning and the notification I received on my phone. That must be my security cameras. Definitely picking it up, I put it under my arm as I fish for my keys in one of my pockets. I can sense Ren's eyes on me, or rather my package, but even as I glance in his direction, I can tell he's trying to hold himself back from asking. Surely there wouldn't be any harm in telling him, huh? Oh, I brought security cameras in this morning because of how... Excuse me, sorry. Take two. I brought the security system this morning because of how shady the neighborhood is. I think it'd be a good idea to be safer than sorry. That creep didn't come back, did they? Without thinking, I dropped my keys and slap a hand over Ren's mouth before cautiously looking over my shoulder. My gosh, what was I doing? I was getting worked up and acting paranoid again. Even embarrassed, like I turned back to apologize to Ren, only to find his cheeks deep red and a hand wrapped around my wrist. When did he... Quickly withdrawing my hand, I squeaked out an apology before picking up my keys and turning back to my door. I didn't want Ren to get involved with my problems, but I honestly didn't want to risk being alone tonight either. Too lost in my world, I barely noticed Ren coming closer, nor his hand covering my keys to steady my fidgeting. Do you want some help? He must have seen the look of confusion on my face since he continues talking. Setting up your cameras, I mean. A self-taught programmer, remember? I'm sure I can remember it all out. Plus, it'll save you having to call someone to install them. He did have a point, and I honestly feel safer if I weren't alone tonight. Still, I've been spending so much time with Ren lately, and I didn't want him to get fed up with me and my presence. Would it be a good idea? Well... Never save. Good thing I learned the art of saving. It's 11 night. Maybe it would be a good idea after all. Would you mind? I probably look pathetic with how I barely make any eye contact instead of choosing to stare at my door rather than Ren. But he doesn't seem to mind, or perhaps he simply chooses not to comment on it. Sorry. I'd be happy to, Angel. With a smile, I opened the door and let Ren inside. You know, I think we have the same mirror. Oh? Putting the small talk aside for a moment, I ushered a pink-haired person into my living room and situate ourselves on the couch. Ren myself time opening my package, placing all the bits and pieces on the table and setting off to work. Though every so often he'd sneak a peek in my direction whenever he thinks I'm not looking. Did he want something? Raising a brow, I sent him a silent question. I didn't to pry into your personal life, but you know you're always welcome to stay at my apartment. I mean, you've already stayed the night at my place, so it wouldn't be a bother if you wanted to come over again. I'd honestly sleep better at night knowing you're safe. And I always carry a spare key card with me anyway. If you'd like, you can hold on to it. In case something... I appreciate the offer, Ren. No! Accept it, Centipede. We're broke, okay? Literally, our situation right now is like Max Black and Caroline Channing, okay? Probably more Caroline Channing because we're probably broke. We're the brokest one in here. And Sophie is apparently T.O. because he's filthy rich. I appreciate that offer, Ren, but I can't accept that. It's fine. Besides, you said that living here can get overwhelming. If this can help you in any way. I don't know. Keep it, just in case. I mean, you never know. What if the creeps break into your apartment again? If that happens, you could come and stay with me this time. I could keep you safe just like the first time you invited me over. The lobby is full of security and they won't let anyone upstairs without proper clearance. Plus, I don't have rats. Okay, just shade? Just shade? Just shade me? Oh my gosh, like, okay, Ren, I get it, I'm poor. Fuck. I won't lie though, Ren's offer honestly was tempting. The idea of having somewhere to go in case things got bad was a comforting thought, but something just didn't sit right with me. I know I've been spending a lot of time with Ren recently, but I still wasn't that familiar with him. And sure, I might have developed a bit of a crush on this tall guy, but I wasn't going to be swayed by my feelings. So the offer really was tempting, and it wasn't like he was asking me to move in with him or anything. Now that I thought about it, Ren was the one giving me access to his home. It wasn't like I was someone in danger in here. He was trusting me enough not to be some kind of crazed killer, much like the one in the news. I can't help but crack a smile at the somewhat morbid thought, and Ren seems to take it as a positive side. But before I can dwell on it any further, I watch as he leans over to reach into his back pocket and pulls out something that resembles a plastic card. Ren wastes no time handing it to me, and I take a moment and look it over. His address and unit number and neatly printed at the top, and some kind of obscure barcode is on the bottom. However, the apartment name and logo in the top right corner are what really captures my attention. Sunshine Hills? Sunshine Hills? I almost forgot he lived in the nicer parts of Courland Bay. They were known for their high-rise apartments and fancy penthouses, so I'm sure Ren Ren never had to worry about rat infestations or deadbeat landlords. Though the more I thought about it, the more willing I was to accept his offer. Maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea after all. I couldn't help but wonder what kind of programmer could afford fancy marble flooring, but as always, Ren remained a mystery to me. If this opportunity meant getting to know him better, maybe it'd be worth it. Snapping out of my thoughts, I look up from the glossy plastic and focus my attention back to Ren. Seriously though, it wouldn't hurt to keep it. And it's a spare key card anyway. I can always get more. I already have a stock of them at home. They're really handy too. I can use them to lock up my office and bedroom without a physical key. But I always end up misplacing them and... sorry, Nova. Am I rambling again? I don't want you to worry or anything. And you never know what might happen. After seeing what's been on the news lately, I just want you to be safe. He wants me to be safe? Where have I heard that before? Girl, she's been saying, Centipede, you have Alzheimer's. And I thought I was a forgetful person when we have Centipede in this game. Well, I suppose so. Great then. He glances back at the plastic item in my hands with an expectant look, almost as if he were waiting for me to put it away. And when I carefully shove it into my pocket, Ren seems to visibly relax and lean back into his chair once more. And that settles it. Come by whenever you want. You don't even need to call. Thanks. I think I'll still call him in advance or even shoot a text. As lovely as Ren's welcoming hospitality was, I wouldn't want to disrupt or intrude on anything. As if picking up on my son in silence, he clears his throat and gestures towards the items still laid on the table in front of us. Anyway, we should... Anyway, I should finish setting up your cameras. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. He goes quiet after that. Picking up the manual, Ren tries to buy himself with a leaning how to connect the cameras to my Wi-Fi before tossing it aside and doing it his own way. Deciding not to get in the way, I curl up on the couch with my food and I simply observe him. I won't lie, watching Ren's hands deftly connect cables and unscrew blades was kind of attractive. But I wasn't about to say anything. Girl, Centipede, you both have we know. Centipede, we have weakness about, you know, guys knowing what to do with their hands. Once, you know, what else can he move with those fingers? Like, okay. As soon enough, the events of the evening slowly draw out as I start to feel the telltale signs of weariness. Fuck. Take hold of me. I'm too tired. I try my best to muffle my yawn before I glance up the clock on my wall to read the time just past midnight. Damn, I realize I've been at this for so long. Tired? Oh, Brent's voice startles me, and I glance back to see that he had already put down the cameras and was reclining in his seat to fully look at me. Kind of. It's been a long day. You can head to bed if you want. I'll sell this up and lock up once I'm done. You're still going to go home after this? You want me to stay? Did I? Strange. Perhaps it was because we'd been spending so much time together, but somehow grown fond of Ren's presence. It was comforting to have him near, though I wasn't about to tell him so. With an affirmative nod, I make the decision. Fuck. Yeah, I do. Oh. Ren's grin practically reaches his ears as he laughs to himself. Okay, sure. No problem. I sound tired because I am. It's been 3 hours. Hi, Rixie. Yeah. Feast your eyes. Okay, I can't help but playfully roll my eyes at him, at his enthusiasm. Well then, why don't I get some pillows and blankets and we can camp out here for the night? Just like a sleepover? Sure. His toothy grin reminds me of my childhood days, back when I begged all the adults to let some of my friends from school stay the night. With all of us wrapped up in padded blankets, I'd cuddle up on the couch with everyone until we'd fall asleep. But it wasn't Leon who came to mind, it was someone else. Their face was blurry, but I could make out tufts of black hair from within the blanket surrounding us, and the same toothy grin Ren was giving me. Is he a childhood friend of ours that we forgot? Oh my god, twist. But when I focus my attention back on him, I notice that the smile is gone. He's instead looking at me with confused looking on his face. I must have been spacing out again. Sorry, I'll get those pills now. Let me know if you need any help. Ren's response gets drowned out as I flee into the hallway. It took a while, but Bren managed to set the cameras up and hook it all up to an app on my phone while I made myself comfortable on the couch. He explained how to use it, but if I were being honest, I started to nod off once he started geeking about the different kinds of alarm buttons. Before I knew it, my head falls into his shoulder with a soft thump, and I feel Ren's body shake as he lets out a faint laugh. Something moves in the chair next to him before a warm duvet is wrapped around my shoulders. I can feel Ren pull me to his side before we both fall backwards onto the couch. His chest softens a blow, and with one of his hands gently threading through my hair, I slowly start to drift off. Nostalgia greets me once more, and before my consciousness fades away, I try to chase after the foggy memory that had been plaguing my brain as of late. Those 3 kids laughing and playing together near a lake. Who were they? And who was the one that stayed right by my side even after everyone else went home? Almost desperately, I try to recall their face or any other defining features, really, but at this point, I'll take anything. But so far not when I feel Ren's lips fall to my crown of my head to place his lips. A chaste kiss. Sorry, I was gagged. Sleep well, Centipede. With his comforting voice in my mind, I slowly start to slip away. Go on. End of day 4. Okay. So it wasn't a demo. When we got the ending. Okay. Saving from that. Okay. It's been a while. That was so long. Should I even do an outro? No one's even watching, but you know what? It's fine. Maybe I should do it. Well, no, wait. Actually, insert. No, it's not love. Well, fuck. For those who are watching the VOD, thank you for watching, I guess. For those who are watching the VOD, I really appreciate it. I don't know why, like, because this is 3 hours long. I don't know how I'm able to watch it, but I still appreciate it either way. And I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you on the next VOD.